What if the stories of ancient Asia you thought you knew were just the tip of the iceberg? Beneath the surface lies a treasure trove of secrets, forgotten kingdoms, and mysteries that have shaped the world as we know it. From sunken cities to undeciphered scripts, ancient Asia holds tales that defy imagination and challenge our understanding of history. Today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover 50 hidden history stories that have been buried by time, yet hold the keys to unlocking the past. This video isn't just a trip through history. It's an exploration of the unknown, a chance to piece together the puzzles left behind by civilizations long gone. So, are you ready to dive into the shadows of ancient Asia and discover what lies hidden? Let's begin. Now, let's step into the shadows of one of the most fascinating mysteries of ancient Asia, the lost city of Mohenjo-Daro. Nestled in the heart of the Indus Valley, this ancient city was a marvel of its time, boasting advanced urban planning that rivals even some modern cities. Picture this, a grid-like layout with streets running at perfect right angles, an intricate drainage system, and buildings made of baked bricks, all constructed over 4,000 years ago. It's a testament to the ingenuity of a civilization that thrived long before many others even began to take shape. But what makes Mohenjo-Daro truly captivating is not just its sophistication, but the mystery surrounding its sudden decline. Around 1900 BC, this bustling city was abandoned, leaving behind no clear explanation. Archaeologists have uncovered no signs of war, no evidence of invasion, and no traces of natural disasters like floods or earthquakes. So, what happened? Theories abound. Some suggest that climate change led to a prolonged drought, making the region uninhabitable. Others propose that the Indus River shifted its course, cutting off the city's lifeblood. And then there are the more speculative ideas. Could a catastrophic event, perhaps even a cosmic impact, have played a role? The truth remains elusive, buried beneath layers of time and dust. What we do know is that Mohenjo-Daro offers a glimpse into a civilization that valued order, innovation, and community. Its artifacts, intricate jewelry, pottery, and even early forms of writing hint at a society rich in culture and trade. Yet, the silence of its ruins speaks volumes about the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. As we piece together the fragments of Mohenjo-Daro's story, we're reminded that history is not just about what we know, but also about the questions that keep us searching for answers. And with that, let's move forward to uncover another hidden chapter of ancient Asia. Now, let's journey to another corner of ancient Asia, where an army of clay soldiers stands guard over a secret buried for over 2,000 years. The Terracotta Army, discovered in the 1970s near the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, is one of the most astonishing archaeological finds of all time. But beyond its sheer scale, over 8,000 soldiers, horses, and chariots lies a treasure trove of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. What makes the Terracotta Army truly remarkable is the individuality of each soldier. No two faces are alike. Every figure has distinct facial features, hairstyles, and even expressions, suggesting that they were modeled after real people. Some scholars believe these soldiers represent the actual army that served Emperor Qin, immortalized in clay to protect him in the afterlife. Others think they might symbolize the diverse regions of his empire, a testament to his unification of China. Whatever the case, the level of detail is staggering. Each soldier's armor, footwear, and even the folds of their clothing are meticulously crafted, offering a glimpse into the craftsmanship of the Qin dynasty. But why were these soldiers created? The answer lies in Emperor Qin's obsession with immortality. Fearing death and the unknown, he commissioned this massive army to accompany him into the afterlife, ensuring his protection and dominance even beyond the grave. The Terracotta Army wasn't just a show of power, it was a reflection of his belief in an eternal reign. And yet, despite the grandeur, the tomb itself remains largely unexplored. Ancient texts warn of booby traps and rivers of mercury, and modern tests have detected high levels of mercury in the soil, adding to the intrigue. The Terracotta Army is more than just a collection of statues. It's a window into the mind of one of history's most ambitious rulers. It speaks to the lengths humans will go to conquer their fears and leave a lasting legacy. As we marvel at these clay warriors, we're reminded that even in death, the echoes of power and ambition resonate through the ages. And with that, let's turn our attention to another hidden wonder of ancient Asia, where the mysteries of the past continue to captivate and inspire. Now, let's dive beneath the waves to uncover a story that blurs the line between myth and reality. Off the western coast of India, in the Gulf of Combat, lies a submerged city that has sparked fascination and debate for decades, the legendary Dwarka. According to ancient Hindu texts, Dwarka was the magnificent city of Lord Krishna, a place of unparalleled beauty and prosperity. But was it just a tale, or does evidence point to its existence beneath the ocean's surface? The discovery of underwater ruins near present-day Dwarka has reignited interest in this ancient legend. Archaeologists have found stone structures, pottery, and artifacts that date back thousands of years, suggesting a sophisticated settlement once thrived here. The layout of the ruins aligns remarkably well with descriptions from the Mahabharata, an epic that describes Dwarka as a grand city with well-planned streets, palaces, and temples. Could these submerged remains be the remnants of Krishna's fabled kingdom? One of the most compelling pieces of evidence is the presence of a large stone structure believed to be a part of the ancient city's fortifications. This discovery, along with artifacts like anchors and pottery shards, indicates that Dwarka was a bustling port city, deeply connected to maritime trade. The artifacts also suggest that the city was submerged suddenly, possibly due to rising sea levels or a catastrophic event, which aligns with the legend that Dwarka was swallowed by the sea after Krishna's departure. But the mystery doesn't end there. Advanced sonar imaging has revealed a grid-like pattern on the ocean floor, resembling the layout of a planned city. This has led some researchers to argue that Dwarka was not just a myth but a real, thriving metropolis. However, skeptics point out that the dating of these structures remains inconclusive, with some estimates placing them as far back as 9,000 years. If true, this would challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations and their capabilities. The story of Dwarka is more than just an archaeological puzzle, it's a bridge between history and mythology. It invites us to question what we know about the past and how much of it might still be hidden beneath the waves. As we explore these underwater ruins, we're reminded that some of the greatest mysteries of ancient Asia are still waiting to be uncovered. And with that, let's set our sights on another hidden wonder where the whispers of history continue to echo through time. Now, let's journey to the heart of Indonesia, where the whispers of ancient wisdom are etched in stone. Rising majestically on the island of Java, the Borobudur temple stands as one of the most remarkable architectural feats of the ancient world. Built in the 9th century, this massive Buddhist monument is not just a place of worship but a treasure trove of hidden messages encoded in its intricate carvings and design. Borobudur is a marvel of symmetry and symbolism. The temple is constructed in the form of a mandala, a sacred geometric pattern representing the universe in Buddhist cosmology. As you ascend its 9 stacked platforms, you're essentially walking a spiritual path from the earthly realm to enlightenment. Each level is adorned with over 2,600 relief panels and 500 Buddha statues, each telling a story or conveying a lesson. These carvings depict scenes from the life of the Buddha, as well as tales of morality and karma, offering a visual guide to Buddhist teachings. But the temple's design holds deeper secrets. The reliefs are arranged in such a way that they guide pilgrims through a journey of self-discovery. The lower levels illustrate the world of desire and suffering, while the upper levels symbolize the path to liberation and transcendence. The very act of walking around the temple following the clockwise path is meant to mirror the journey of the soul toward enlightenment. It's a physical and spiritual pilgrimage encoded in stone. One of the most intriguing aspects of Borobudur is its alignment with celestial events. The temple's central stupa, or dome, is positioned to align with the rising sun during the equinoxes, casting a breathtaking play of light and shadow across the structure. This alignment suggests that the builders had a profound understanding of astronomy and used it to enhance the temple's spiritual significance. Some researchers even believe that Borobudur was designed as a cosmic map connecting the earthly and the divine. Despite its grandeur, Borobudur was mysteriously abandoned around the 14th century, buried under layers of volcanic ash and jungle growth for centuries. It wasn't until the 19th century that the temple was rediscovered and restored, revealing its hidden messages to the modern world. Today, it stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of its creators, inviting us to decode its secrets and reflect on the timeless wisdom it holds. As we leave the serene beauty of Borobudur behind, let's turn our attention to another marvel of ancient engineering, where the echoes of history continue to inspire awe and wonder. Now, let's shift our gaze to one of the most iconic structures in human history, but with a twist. While the Great Wall of China is celebrated worldwide, there are sections of this colossal monument that remain hidden in the shadows, far from the spotlight of its more famous counterparts. These forgotten stretches of the wall hold stories just as compelling, yet they are often overlooked in the grand narrative of this ancient marvel. The Great Wall, stretching over 13,000 miles, is not a single continuous structure but a series of walls and fortifications built over centuries by various Chinese dynasties. While sections like Badaling and Mushuniu near Beijing draw millions of visitors each year, other parts such as the Jiankou and Huanghuacheng sections remain relatively unknown. These lesser-known segments offer a glimpse into the wall's raw, untamed beauty, untouched by modern restoration efforts. The Jiankou section, for instance, is renowned for its rugged, natural state. Built during the Ming Dynasty, this stretch winds through steep mountain ridges, its crumbling bricks and watchtowers blending seamlessly with the surrounding wilderness. Unlike the polished, tourist-friendly sections, Jiankou retains an air of mystery and danger, making it a favorite among adventurous hikers and history enthusiasts. Its isolation has preserved its authenticity, offering a rare window into the wall's original construction and the challenges faced by those who built it. Another hidden gem is the Huanghuacheng section, often referred to as the Water Great Wall. Here, the wall dips into a serene reservoir, creating a breathtaking fusion of architecture and nature. This section was constructed during the Ming Dynasty as well, but its unique location has kept it off the beaten path. The sight of the wall submerged in water, with reflections shimmering on the surface, is a poignant reminder of how time and nature have shaped this ancient structure. Why do these sections remain overshadowed? Part of the reason lies in their inaccessibility. Unlike the well-maintained sections near urban centers, these remote stretches require significant effort to reach, deterring casual tourists. Additionally, their lack of restoration means they are often in a state of disrepair, making them less appealing to those seeking a polished historical experience. Yet, it is precisely this rawness that makes them so valuable. They tell a story of resilience, of a structure that has endured centuries of weathering, warfare, and neglect. These forgotten sections also highlight the diversity of the Great Wall's construction. While the Ming Dynasty walls are the most famous, earlier dynasties like the Qin and Han also contributed to its creation. The materials and techniques used varied greatly depending on the region and the resources available. In some areas, the wall was built with tamped earth, while in others, stone and brick were used. These differences reflect the adaptability and ingenuity of the ancient builders, who tailored their methods to the challenges of the landscape. As we explore these hidden stretches, we are reminded that the Great Wall is more than just a symbol of China's strength and unity. It is a testament to human perseverance, a mosaic of stories etched into its stones. Each forgotten section has its own tale to tell, waiting for those willing to venture off the well-trodden path. With this newfound appreciation for the Great Wall's lesser-known chapters, let's now turn our attention to another ancient wonder, where the echoes of history continue to inspire awe and wonder. Now, let's journey further back in time to uncover the story of the ancient kingdom of Funan, a maritime empire that once thrived in Southeast Asia. Often overshadowed by later civilizations, Funan played a pivotal role in shaping the region's history, leaving behind a legacy of trade, culture, and innovation that continues to intrigue historians today. The Kingdom of Funan emerged around the 1st century, flourishing in what is now modern-day Cambodia and southern Vietnam. Its strategic location along the Gulf of Thailand made it a hub for maritime trade, connecting the Indian Ocean with the South China Sea. Funan's ports bustled with merchants from distant lands, including India, China, and the Roman Empire, making it one of the earliest and most influential trading powers in Southeast Asia. At the heart of Funan's success was its mastery of water. The kingdom's people were skilled engineers, constructing an extensive network of canals and reservoirs to support agriculture and facilitate trade. These waterways not only boosted the local economy but also allowed Funan to control the flow of goods across the region. Imagine the sight of bustling markets filled with exotic spices, precious gems, and intricate textiles, all exchanged under the watchful eyes of Funan's rulers. Funan's cultural influence was equally profound. The kingdom served as a bridge between Indian and Southeast Asian civilizations, adopting and adapting elements of Indian religion, art, and governance. Hinduism and Buddhism took root in Funan, shaping its temples, rituals, and royal ceremonies. The kingdom's art and architecture reflected this fusion, with intricate carvings and statues blending Indian motifs with local styles. This cultural exchange laid the groundwork for the region's later civilizations, including the mighty Khmer Empire. Despite its prosperity, Funan's decline began around the 6th century. The exact reasons remain a mystery, but historians point to shifting trade routes, environmental changes, and the rise of rival kingdoms as possible factors. As Funan's influence waned, its legacy lived on through the cultures it had touched, from the Cham people of Vietnam to the early Thai kingdoms. The story of Funan reminds us that even the most powerful empires are shaped by the ebb and flow of history. Its rise and fall offer valuable insights into the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations and the enduring impact of cultural exchange. As we leave the canals of Funan behind, let's set our sights on another enigmatic chapter of ancient Asia, where stone jars scattered across a vast plain hold secrets waiting to be unraveled. Now, let's turn our attention to a landscape shrouded in mystery, the Plain of Jars in Laos, stretching across the Xiang Quang Plateau. This ancient site is home to thousands of massive stone jars, some towering over 9 feet tall and weighing several tons. Scattered across the plains, these enigmatic artifacts have puzzled archaeologists and historians for decades, their origins and purpose still largely unknown. The jars, carved from sandstone and granite, are believed to date back to the Iron Age, around 500 to 2,000 years ago. Their sheer size and number suggest a significant cultural or ritualistic purpose, but the exact reason for their creation remains a subject of debate. Some theories propose that the jars were used as burial urns, holding the remains of the deceased, while others suggest they served as storage containers for food, water, or even fermented beverages. The discovery of human remains, pottery fragments, and other artifacts near the jars lends some support to the burial theory, but the truth is far from settled. Adding to the intrigue are the legends surrounding the Plain of Jars. Local folklore tells of a race of giants who once inhabited the region, using the jars to brew and store rice wine for a great victory celebration. Another tale speaks of an ancient king who ordered the jars to be made to collect monsoon rainwater for his thirsty army. These stories, while captivating, highlight the cultural significance of the site and its enduring place in the collective memory of the Lao people. Archaeologists have also uncovered evidence of a complex society that once thrived in the area. The jars are often found in clusters, accompanied by stone discs that may have served as lids, as well as markers and other ceremonial objects. This suggests that the Plain of Jars was not just a practical site, but also a place of spiritual importance where rituals and communal gatherings took place. The precise methods used to carve and transport these massive jars, given the limited tools and technology of the time, remain a testament to the ingenuity and skill of their creators. Yet the Plain of Jars is not without its challenges. The site has suffered from decades of conflict, with unexploded ordnance from the Vietnam War still posing a threat to researchers and visitors alike. Efforts to clear the area and preserve the jars are ongoing, but the work is slow and dangerous. Despite these obstacles, the Plain of Jars continues to captivate those who visit, offering a glimpse into a distant past that still holds many secrets. As we ponder the purpose of these ancient stone jars, we are reminded of the enduring allure of the unknown. The Plain of Jars stands as a testament to the creativity and resilience of ancient civilizations, inviting us to explore the mysteries they left behind. With this enigmatic site behind us, let's now venture into another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, where the rise and fall of a once great kingdom shaped the course of history. Now let's journey to the coastal plains of central Vietnam, where the once thriving kingdom of Champa left behind a legacy of stunning architecture and cultural richness. The Cham civilization, which flourished between the 2nd and 15th centuries, was a maritime powerhouse known for its intricate temples, vibrant art, and unique blend of Hindu and indigenous traditions. Their influence extended across Southeast Asia, but their story is one of both brilliance and eventual decline. The Cham people were master builders, and their architectural achievements are most famously embodied in the temples of Maysan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These temples, constructed from red brick and sandstone, showcase intricate carvings and sculptures that reflect the Cham's devotion to Hindu deities like Shiva and Vishnu. The precision of their construction, achieved without mortar, remains a marvel of ancient engineering. Each temple was not just a place of worship, but also a symbol of the Cham's connection to the divine and their mastery over their environment. Beyond their temples, the Cham were skilled sailors and traders, establishing a network of ports that connected them to neighboring kingdoms and distant lands. Their ships carried goods like spices, ivory, and textiles, making them key players in the regional trade routes. This maritime prowess allowed them to absorb cultural influences from India, China, and other Southeast Asian civilizations, creating a unique cultural identity that blended foreign elements with their own traditions. However, the kingdom's prosperity was not to last. Over time, the Cham faced increasing pressure from neighboring powers, particularly the expanding Vietnamese state to the north. A series of conflicts and invasions gradually eroded their territory and autonomy. By the 15th century, the once mighty kingdom of Champa had been absorbed into the Vietnamese Empire, marking the end of their political independence. Despite their decline, the Cham people and their culture have endured. Today, their descendants continue to preserve their language, traditions, and religious practices, particularly in regions like Ninh Thuan and Binh Thuan. The ruins of their temples and the stories of their past serve as a reminder of a civilization that once stood as a beacon of art, trade, and spirituality in ancient Asia. As we reflect on the rise and fall of the Cham civilization, we are reminded of the delicate balance between cultural flourishing and external pressures. Their story invites us to explore the resilience of human societies and the enduring legacy they leave behind. With this chapter of Champa behind us, let's now turn our attention to another hidden gem of ancient Asia, where elaborate burial mounds reveal the artistic and historical significance of a long-lost kingdom. Now, let's travel northeast to the rugged landscapes of ancient Korea, where the hidden tombs of the Goguryeo kings stand as silent witnesses to a powerful and sophisticated kingdom. The Goguryeo kingdom, which thrived from the 1st century before the Common Era to the 7th century of the Common Era, was one of the 3 kingdoms of Korea and a dominant force in the region. Known for its military prowess, cultural achievements, and expansive territory, Goguryeo left behind a legacy that continues to captivate historians and archaeologists today. Among its most remarkable contributions are the elaborate burial mounds of its kings and nobility, which offer a fascinating glimpse into the kingdom's artistry, beliefs, and way of life. The Goguryeo tombs, scattered across modern-day North Korea and northeastern China, are not just burial sites but also masterpieces of ancient engineering and art. These mounds, often referred to as pyramid tombs, are constructed with precision and care, reflecting the high status of those interred within. The largest of these tombs, such as the tomb of King Gwanggaeto the Great, are monumental structures that rise majestically from the earth, symbolizing the power and grandeur of the Goguryeo rulers. But it's not just their size that makes them extraordinary, it's what lies inside. Step into one of these tombs and you'll find yourself surrounded by vibrant murals that depict scenes of daily life, mythology, and the afterlife. These paintings, created with mineral pigments that have survived for centuries, are a testament to the artistic skill and cultural richness of the Goguryeo people. Some murals show hunting scenes with warriors on horseback chasing deer and tigers, while others depict banquets, dances, and religious rituals. These images provide invaluable insights into the clothing, customs, and beliefs of the Goguryeo elite, offering a vivid window into their world. One of the most intriguing aspects of these tombs is their spiritual significance. The Goguryeo people believed in an afterlife where the soul would continue its journey, and the tombs were designed to serve as both a resting place and a gateway to the next world. The murals often include celestial beings such as the sun and moon gods, as well as symbols of immortality like the phoenix and the dragon. These elements reflect the Goguryeo's deep connection to their spiritual beliefs and their desire to ensure a prosperous afterlife for their rulers. The construction of these tombs also reveals the advanced engineering skills of the Goguryeo people. The tombs were built to withstand the test of time, with layers of stone and earth carefully arranged to prevent collapse and protect the contents within. Some tombs even feature intricate drainage systems to prevent water damage, showcasing the ingenuity of their builders. The precision and craftsmanship involved in their creation are a testament to the kingdom's wealth and technological sophistication. Despite their historical and cultural importance, many of these tombs remain shrouded in mystery. While some have been excavated and studied, others are still untouched, their secrets waiting to be uncovered. The challenges of accessing these sites, particularly those located in North Korea, have limited research, leaving much about the Goguryeo tombs still to be discovered. Yet, even with the gaps in our knowledge, these burial mounds stand as a powerful reminder of a kingdom that once dominated the region and left an indelible mark on history. As we reflect on the hidden tombs of the Goguryeo kings, we are reminded of the enduring power of art and architecture to tell the stories of the past. These tombs are not just monuments to the dead, but also windows into the lives, beliefs, and achievements of a civilization that shaped the course of Korean history. With this chapter of Goguryeo behind us, let's now turn our attention to another hidden history of ancient Asia, where the mysteries of the Maritime Silk Road await. Now, let's set sail across the vast waters of the ancient world, where the Maritime Silk Road once connected distant lands and cultures in ways that shaped the course of history. While the overland Silk Road often steals the spotlight, the maritime routes that stretched across the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea were equally vital, weaving a web of trade, ideas, and traditions that linked Asia to the wider world. These lesser-known sea routes were not just pathways for goods but also bridges for cultural exchange, leaving behind a treasure trove of artifacts that tell the story of a vibrant and interconnected ancient world. The Maritime Silk Road emerged as early as the 2nd century before the Common Era, flourishing alongside its overland counterpart. It connected the bustling ports of China, Southeast Asia, India, the Arabian Peninsula, and even East Africa, creating a network that spanned thousands of miles. Ships laden with silk, spices, ceramics, and precious stones sailed these waters, but they carried more than just material wealth. Along with goods, they transported ideas, religions, languages, and technologies, fostering a remarkable exchange that enriched the civilizations along its path. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Maritime Silk Road is the diversity of cultures it brought together. In the ports of ancient China, such as Guangzhou and Quanzhou, merchants from Persia, Arabia, India, and beyond mingled with local traders, creating a melting pot of traditions and beliefs. These interactions left a lasting impact on art, architecture, and religion. For example, the spread of Buddhism from India to China and Southeast Asia was greatly facilitated by these maritime routes, as monks and pilgrims traveled alongside merchants carrying sacred texts and teachings. The artifacts discovered along these routes offer a tangible connection to this vibrant past. Shipwrecks, such as the famous Belitung wreck off the coast of Indonesia, have revealed stunning examples of ancient trade goods. Among the treasures recovered are intricately crafted Chinese ceramics, gold and silver vessels from the Middle East, and even glassware from the Roman Empire. These finds not only highlight the extensive reach of the Maritime Silk Road, but also provide insights into the craftsmanship and tastes of the time. The Maritime Silk Road also played a crucial role in the spread of technology and innovation. Chinese inventions like the compass and advanced shipbuilding techniques were shared with other cultures, revolutionizing navigation and trade. Similarly, knowledge of astronomy, medicine, and agriculture flowed along these routes, contributing to the development of societies across Asia and beyond. This exchange of knowledge was a two-way street, as foreign innovations, such as the astrolabe from the Islamic world, also found their way to East Asia. Despite its significance, the Maritime Silk Road remains less explored than its overland counterpart. Many of its stories are still waiting to be uncovered, hidden beneath the waves or buried in the sands of ancient port cities. Yet, the legacy of these routes is undeniable. They remind us that the ancient world was far more interconnected than we often imagine, with people and cultures constantly interacting and influencing one another. As we reflect on the Maritime Silk Road, we are reminded of the power of connection and exchange in shaping human history. These routes were not just about trade, but about the shared experiences and ideas that brought people together across vast distances. With this chapter of the Maritime Silk Road behind us, let's now turn our attention to another hidden history of ancient Asia, where the undeciphered script of the Indus Valley civilization awaits our exploration. Now, let's journey back in time to one of the most enduring mysteries of ancient Asia, the forgotten script of the Indus Valley civilization. This enigmatic writing system, etched onto seals, pottery, and other artifacts, has puzzled scholars for over a century. Despite countless efforts, the script remains undeciphered, leaving us with tantalizing glimpses into a civilization that thrived over 4,000 years ago but whose voice we cannot yet fully hear. The Indus Valley civilization, flourishing between approximately 2,600 and 1,900 before the Common Era, was one of the world's earliest urban societies. Spanning parts of modern-day Pakistan, India, and Afghanistan, it boasted advanced city planning, impressive drainage systems, and a thriving trade network. Yet, among its many achievements, the civilization's written language stands out as one of its most intriguing legacies. The script, composed of around 400 distinct symbols, appears on thousands of artifacts, but its meaning remains elusive. One of the challenges in deciphering the script lies in its brevity. Most inscriptions are short, often containing only 5 or 6 symbols, making it difficult to identify patterns or context. Unlike the Rosetta Stone, which provided a key to unlocking Egyptian hieroglyphs, no bilingual texts have been discovered for the Indus script. This absence of a linguistic bridge has left researchers to rely on statistical analysis, comparisons with other ancient scripts, and educated guesses about the language's structure and purpose. Scholars have proposed various theories about the script's nature. Some believe it represents a form of proto-writing, used primarily for administrative or ritual purposes rather than full-fledged literature. Others argue that it encodes a language possibly related to the Dravidian family of languages still spoken in parts of South India. Despite these hypotheses, no consensus has been reached, and the script continues to resist interpretation. Modern technology has brought new hope to the quest for understanding. Advances in computational linguistics and artificial intelligence have enabled researchers to analyze the script in ways that were previously impossible. By examining the frequency and arrangement of symbols, scientists have identified potential grammatical structures and even suggested that the script may have been written from right to left. Yet, even with these tools, the script's true meaning remains just out of reach. The mystery of the Indus script is more than an academic puzzle. It's a window into a lost world. Deciphering it could reveal insights into the daily lives, beliefs, and governance of one of history's most sophisticated ancient civilizations. It could also shed light on the connections between the Indus Valley and other contemporary cultures, such as Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, with whom they traded and interacted. As we continue to explore this hidden history, we are reminded of the resilience of human curiosity. The ongoing efforts to unlock the secrets of the Indus script are a testament to our desire to understand the past and connect with those who came before us. With this chapter of the Indus Valley's forgotten script behind us, let's now turn our attention to another fascinating hidden history, the ancient city of Anka's hidden water systems, where engineering marvels shaped the rise and fall of a mighty empire. Now, let's shift our focus to the ancient city of Anka, a sprawling metropolis that once stood as the heart of the Khmer Empire in Southeast Asia. While its majestic temples like Angkor Wat often steal the spotlight, the true marvel of Anka lies beneath the surface, its intricate and sophisticated water management systems. These hidden networks of canals, reservoirs, and moats were not just feats of engineering. They were the lifeblood of the city, shaping its rise and eventual decline. At its peak, Anka was one of the largest pre-industrial cities in the world, home to hundreds of thousands of people. To sustain such a massive population in a region marked by alternating wet and dry seasons, the Khmer engineers devised an elaborate system to control and distribute water. The centerpiece of this system was the West Barre, a massive man-made reservoir stretching over 5 miles long and 1 mile wide. This engineering marvel, along with a network of smaller reservoirs and canals, allowed the city to store water during the monsoon season and release it during the dry months, ensuring a steady supply for agriculture, drinking, and sanitation. The water systems of Anka were not just practical, they were also deeply symbolic. The Khmer rulers, who saw themselves as divine intermediaries, used these structures to reinforce their power and connection to the gods. The reservoirs, often shaped like sacred geometric patterns, were designed to mirror the cosmic oceans of Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. Even the placement of temples and canals was carefully aligned to reflect spiritual beliefs, blending engineering with artistry in a way that few civilizations have achieved. However, the very systems that sustained Anka may have also contributed to its downfall. Recent studies suggest that the city's reliance on its water networks made it vulnerable to environmental changes. Prolonged droughts combined with the strain of maintaining such an extensive infrastructure may have weakened the empire. Additionally, deforestation and soil erosion caused by the expanding population could have disrupted the delicate balance of the water systems, leading to flooding and crop failures. Over time, these challenges may have eroded the city's ability to sustain itself, contributing to its gradual decline. The story of Angkor's water systems is a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability, but it also serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the delicate relationship between civilization and the environment, and how even the most advanced societies can be undone by the forces of nature. As we uncover the secrets of Angkor's hydraulic engineering, we gain not only a deeper appreciation for the Khmer Empire's achievements, but also valuable lessons for our own time. With the mysteries of Angkor's water systems now explored, let's turn our attention to another captivating hidden history, the legend of the White Snake, a tale that has woven its way through Chinese folklore for centuries, blending myth, morality, and cultural identity into a story that continues to resonate today. Now, let's journey into the realm of myth and legend, where stories transcend time and culture. The tale of the White Snake is one of China's most beloved folktales, a story that has captivated audiences for centuries with its blend of romance, morality, and supernatural intrigue. At its heart, this legend is more than just a story. It's a reflection of the values, fears, and aspirations of the people who first told it. The origins of the White Snake legend can be traced back to the Tang Dynasty, though it gained widespread popularity during the Ming and Qing dynasties. The story revolves around Bai Suzhen, a white snake spirit who transforms into a beautiful woman after centuries of cultivation. Alongside her companion, Xiao King, a green snake spirit, Bai Suzhen ventures into the human world where she falls in love with a young scholar named Zhu Xian. Their love story, however, is far from simple. It's a tale of forbidden romance as Bai Suzhen's true nature as a spirit clashes with the mortal world's expectations and the interference of a powerful monk, Fa Hai, who seeks to expose her. What makes this legend so enduring is its rich symbolism and layered meanings. Bai Suzhen represents the struggle between the natural and supernatural worlds, as well as the tension between desire and duty. Her love for Zhu Xian is genuine, yet it challenges the boundaries of what is considered acceptable. Fa Hai, the monk, embodies the forces of order and tradition, determined to uphold the natural laws that separate spirits from humans. Through these characters, the story explores themes of love, sacrifice, and the consequences of defying societal norms. The White Snake legend has also evolved over time, adapting to the cultural and social contexts of different eras. In some versions, Bai Suzhen is portrayed as a tragic heroine, while in others, she is a symbol of resilience and empowerment. The story has been retold in countless forms, from operas and novels to films and television series, each iteration adding new layers to its meaning. Its influence extends beyond China, inspiring adaptations in other parts of Asia and even the West, where it has been reimagined in various artistic mediums. Beyond its narrative appeal, the White Snake legend holds deep cultural significance. It reflects the Chinese worldview, where the boundaries between the human and spirit worlds are fluid, and where love and morality are often intertwined. The story also serves as a reminder of the power of storytelling to preserve and transmit cultural values across generations. Even today, the legend continues to resonate, offering timeless lessons about the complexities of love, the consequences of our choices, and the enduring power of myth. As we leave the enchanting world of the White Snake behind, let's turn our attention to another hidden gem of ancient Asia, the lost kingdom of Lankasuka, a once thriving Malay kingdom whose history and legacy remain shrouded in mystery. Now, let's step into the shadows of history where the whispers of a once great kingdom still linger. The lost kingdom of Lankasuka, a name that evokes both wonder and mystery, was a thriving Malay kingdom that played a pivotal role in the ancient trade networks of Southeast Asia. Nestled in what is now modern-day Malaysia and southern Thailand, Lankasuka was a hub of cultural exchange, economic prosperity, and political influence. Yet, despite its significance, much about this kingdom remains shrouded in mystery. its story fragmented by time and the shifting tides of history. Lankasuka's origins date back to as early as the 2nd century, making it one of the oldest known kingdoms in the region. Its strategic location along the Malay Peninsula made it a vital link in the maritime trade routes that connected China, India, and the Middle East. Traders from distant lands brought with them not only goods but also ideas, religions, and technologies, transforming Lankasuka into a melting pot of cultures. The kingdom flourished as a center of commerce, known for its exports of gold, spices, and exotic woods, which were highly prized in foreign markets. This vibrant trade network not only enriched Lankasuka, but also cemented its reputation as a key player in the ancient world. The kingdom's cultural and religious landscape was equally diverse. Hinduism and Buddhism, brought by Indian merchants and missionaries, took root in Lankasuka, influencing its art, architecture, and governance. Temples and statues adorned with intricate carvings stood as testaments to the kingdom's spiritual devotion and artistic sophistication. Yet, despite these influences, Lankasuka retained a distinct Malay identity, blending foreign elements with local traditions to create a unique cultural tapestry. However, the golden age of Lankasuka was not destined to last. By the 13th century, the kingdom began to fade from historical records, its decline as enigmatic as its rise. Scholars have proposed various theories to explain its disappearance, ranging from shifting trade routes that bypassed the region to internal conflicts and natural disasters. Some believe that Lankasuka was absorbed by neighboring kingdoms, while others suggest that it simply faded into obscurity as new powers emerged in Southeast Asia. Whatever the cause, the legacy of Lankasuka endures, a testament to its once great influence and the enduring allure of its story. Today, the remnants of Lankasuka can still be found in the archaeological sites scattered across southern Thailand and northern Malaysia. These ruins, though weathered by time, offer glimpses into the kingdom's grandeur and its role in shaping the history of the region. The story of Lankasuka serves as a reminder of the transient nature of power and the enduring impact of cultural exchange. As we piece together the fragments of its history, we uncover not just the tale of a lost kingdom, but also the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. With the echoes of Lankasuka's past still resonating, let's now turn our gaze to another hidden treasure of ancient Asia, the ancient art of silk production, a craft that transformed the world and left an indelible mark on history. Now, as we leave the enigmatic whispers of Lankasuka behind, let's unravel the threads of another ancient marvel, the art of silk production. This luxurious fabric, synonymous with elegance and wealth, has its roots deeply embedded in the history of ancient China. For thousands of years, silk was not just a material but a symbol of power, culture, and innovation, shaping the course of global trade and diplomacy. The story of silk begins in China around 5,000 years ago during the Neolithic period. Legend has it that the discovery of silk was made by Empress Lizu, the wife of the Yellow Emperor. According to the tale, while sipping tea beneath a mulberry tree, a cocoon fell into her cup. As she tried to remove it, the cocoon unraveled into a long, shimmering thread. Intrigued, she began to experiment with these threads, eventually developing the techniques to weave them into fabric. Whether myth or history, this story highlights the reverence with which silk was regarded in ancient China. Silk production, or sericulture, became a closely guarded secret protected by imperial decree. The process was intricate and labor-intensive, involving the cultivation of mulberry trees to feed silkworms, the careful harvesting of their cocoons, and the delicate unraveling of the threads. The Chinese mastered every step, from breeding silkworms to weaving the finest fabrics, ensuring their monopoly on silk for centuries. The penalty for revealing these secrets to outsiders was severe, often punishable by death, a testament to how highly silk was valued. The impact of silk extended far beyond China's borders. By the time of the Han Dynasty, around 2,000 years ago, silk had become a cornerstone of the Silk Road, the vast network of trade routes connecting east and west. Chinese silk was highly sought after in distant lands, from the courts of Rome to the markets of Persia. It wasn't just a commodity, it was a symbol of status and sophistication. The demand for silk fueled cultural exchanges as merchants, diplomats, and travelers carried not only goods but also ideas, religions, and technologies across continents. The allure of silk also played a role in shaping global history. The desire to access this precious fabric drove explorers and traders to seek new routes to China, indirectly contributing to the age of exploration. Even after the secrets of silk production eventually spread to other regions, such as Byzantium and later Europe, Chinese silk remained unparalleled in quality and craftsmanship. The legacy of silk production is a testament to the ingenuity and determination of ancient Chinese artisans, whose work continues to inspire awe today. As we reflect on the ancient art of silk production, we see more than just the creation of a luxurious fabric. We witness the birth of a global phenomenon, one that connected distant civilizations and left an indelible mark on human history. With the shimmering threads of silk still weaving their magic, let's now turn our attention to another hidden treasure of ancient Asia, the Taklamakan Desert, where secrets of the past lie buried beneath the sands. Now, as we step away from the shimmering threads of silk, let's journey into the heart of one of the world's most mysterious and unforgiving landscapes, the Taklamakan Desert. This vast, arid expanse in western China has long been a place of extremes, where scorching heat and shifting sands conceal secrets that have captivated historians and archaeologists for centuries. Beneath its barren surface lies a treasure trove of artifacts and mummies that offer a glimpse into the lives of ancient peoples who once thrived in this harsh environment. The Taklamakan Desert, often referred to as the Sea of Death, is one of the largest sandy deserts in the world. Its name, derived from the Aigha language, means the place of ruins, a fitting title for a region that has preserved remnants of ancient civilizations for thousands of years. The desert's extreme dryness and lack of rainfall have created a natural time capsule, protecting organic materials like textiles, wood, and even human remains from decay. These discoveries have shed light on the diverse cultures that once traversed this perilous landscape, leaving behind clues to their way of life. One of the most remarkable finds in the Taklamakan Desert is the collection of mummies, some of which date back over 4,000 years. These mummies, remarkably well preserved due to the desert's arid conditions, have revealed surprising details about the people who lived in the region during ancient times. Among them are the so-called Tarim mummies, whose European-like features and clothing have sparked debates about their origins. Some scholars suggest that these individuals may have been part of an early migration from the West, while others believe they represent a unique, localized population. Their presence challenges traditional narratives about the history of ancient Asia, highlighting the region's role as a crossroads of cultures and peoples. Alongside the mummies, archaeologists have uncovered a wealth of artifacts that paint a vivid picture of life in the Taklamakan Desert thousands of years ago. Intricately woven textiles, wooden tools, and pottery fragments provide evidence of advanced craftsmanship and trade networks. Some of the textiles, adorned with intricate patterns and vibrant colors, suggest connections to distant regions including Central Asia and even the Mediterranean. These findings underscore the Taklamakan's importance as a hub along the ancient Silk Road, where goods, ideas, and technologies flowed between East and West. Perhaps one of the most intriguing discoveries is the presence of ancient settlements buried beneath the desert sands. These ruins, some of which date back to the Bronze Age, reveal the existence of thriving communities that once flourished in what is now a barren wasteland. The remains of irrigation systems and agricultural tools suggest that these ancient peoples developed innovative techniques to harness the limited water resources available, enabling them to cultivate crops and sustain their way of life in an otherwise inhospitable environment. The hidden treasures of the Taklamakan Desert not only illuminate the lives of its ancient inhabitants, but also challenge our understanding of the region's history. They remind us that even the most desolate landscapes can hold stories of resilience, ingenuity, and cultural exchange. As we uncover these secrets, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations and the enduring legacy they have left behind. With the mysteries of the Taklamakan Desert now unveiled, let's turn our gaze to another ancient marvel, the Kingdom of Dvaravati, where art and culture flourished in the heart of Southeast Asia. Now, as we leave the shifting sands of the Taklamakan Desert behind, let's journey to the lush landscapes of Southeast Asia, where the ancient Kingdom of Dvaravati once thrived. This early Thai civilization, flourishing between the 6th and 11th centuries, is often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors, yet its contributions to art, culture, and religion have left an indelible mark on the region. Dvaravati was not just a kingdom, it was a vibrant cultural hub that bridged the worlds of India and Southeast Asia, blending influences to create something entirely unique. The heart of Dvaravati's legacy lies in its art, which reflects a deep connection to Buddhism. The kingdom's artisans produced some of the earliest and most exquisite Buddhist sculptures in Southeast Asia. These works, often carved from stone or cast in bronze, depict the Buddha in a style that combines Indian artistic traditions with local sensibilities. The serene expressions, intricate details, and flowing robes of these statues reveal a mastery of craftsmanship and a profound spiritual devotion. Many of these sculptures were placed in temples and monasteries, serving as focal points for worship and meditation. One of the most striking features of Dvaravati art is its use of symbolism. The Wheel of Dharma, a powerful Buddhist emblem representing the teachings of the Buddha, appears frequently in Dvaravati artifacts. This symbol, often depicted on stone slabs or as part of larger sculptures, underscores the kingdom's role as a center for Buddhist learning and practice. The spread of Buddhism through Dvaravati not only shaped its art but also influenced the spiritual and cultural landscape of the entire region. Beyond its artistic achievements, Dvaravati was a thriving political and economic entity. The kingdom's cities, such as Nakhon Pathom and Yuthong, were bustling centers of trade and administration. These urban hubs were connected by a network of roads and waterways, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. Dvaravati's strategic location allowed it to act as a bridge between the Indian subcontinent and the rest of Southeast Asia, fostering cultural exchange and economic prosperity. The influence of Dvaravati extended far beyond its borders. Its art and religious practices inspired neighboring kingdoms, including the Khmer Empire and the Mon states of present-day Myanmar. The kingdom's emphasis on Buddhism helped to establish the religion as a dominant force in the region, shaping the spiritual identity of Southeast Asia for centuries to come. Even after the decline of Dvaravati, its legacy lived on in the art, architecture, and traditions of later civilizations. Yet, despite its significance, much about Dvaravati remains shrouded in mystery. The kingdom's decline in the 11th century is still not fully understood, with theories ranging from external invasions to internal fragmentation. What is clear, however, is that Dvaravati's contributions to Southeast Asian culture were profound and enduring. Its art, religion, and innovations continue to inspire and inform our understanding of the region's history. As we reflect on the legacy of Dvaravati, we are reminded of the power of cultural exchange and the enduring impact of ancient civilizations. From its exquisite sculptures to its role in spreading Buddhism, Dvaravati stands as a testament to the creativity and resilience of the human spirit. And now, as we move forward, let's explore another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the enigmatic Longyu Caves, where human ingenuity meets geological wonder. Now, shifting our gaze from the artistic legacy of Dvaravati, we turn to a marvel of ancient engineering that continues to baffle researchers and historians alike: the Longyu Caves. Nestled in the Zhejiang province of China, these massive man-made caverns are a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Discovered in the early 1990s by local villagers, the Longyu Caves consist of 24 underground chambers carved into solid sandstone. Each cave is an architectural wonder, with walls, ceilings, and pillars meticulously chiseled to perfection. The precision and scale of these caves raise profound questions about their purpose and the civilization that created them. What makes the Longyu Caves truly extraordinary is their sheer size and complexity. Some of the chambers span over 10,000 square feet, with ceilings reaching heights of nearly 100 feet. The walls are adorned with intricate patterns of parallel chisel marks, suggesting a level of craftsmanship and planning that defies the technological capabilities of the time. Archaeologists estimate that the caves were constructed over 2,000 years ago, during a period when such large-scale engineering projects were thought to be impossible. The absence of historical records or inscriptions only deepens the mystery, leaving researchers to speculate about the motivations behind this colossal undertaking. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Longyu Caves is their purpose. Unlike other ancient structures such as temples or tombs, these caves lack any clear religious or ceremonial significance. Some theories suggest they may have served as storage facilities, military bunkers, or even underground palaces. Others propose that the caves were part of a larger, undiscovered complex, possibly linked to ancient mining or water management systems. The absence of debris or tools at the site further complicates the puzzle, as it remains unclear how the builders managed to remove such vast quantities of stone without leaving a trace. The engineering techniques used to create the Longyu Caves are equally perplexing. The caves are remarkably stable, with no signs of collapse despite their age and the softness of the sandstone. The builders employed advanced methods to ensure structural integrity, such as carving pillars and beams directly into the rock. The precision of the chisel marks indicates the use of specialized tools and a high degree of skill, yet no evidence of such tools has been found. This has led some to speculate that the caves were created using techniques or knowledge that have since been lost to history. Adding to the enigma is the acoustic quality of the caves. Sound travels in unusual ways within the chambers, creating echoes and resonances that suggest the builders may have had an understanding of acoustics. Some researchers believe this feature could point to a ceremonial or ritualistic purpose, while others argue it may have been an unintended consequence of the cave's design. Whatever the case, the acoustic properties of the Longyu Caves add another layer of intrigue to their already mysterious nature. Despite decades of study, the Longyu Caves remain one of ancient Asia's most enduring mysteries. Their purpose, the identity of their builders, and the methods used to create them continue to elude explanation. What is clear, however, is that these caves are a remarkable achievement of ancient engineering, showcasing the ingenuity and ambition of a civilization that dared to dream big. As we ponder the secrets of the Longyu Caves, we are reminded of the boundless potential of human creativity and the enduring allure of the unknown. And now, as we move forward, let's uncover another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the rise and fall of the Paiyu city-states where history and spirituality intertwine. Now, as we journey from the enigmatic Longyu Caves, we find ourselves stepping into the lush landscapes of ancient Myanmar, where the Paiyu city-states once flourished. These city-states, scattered across the Irrawaddy River basin, were among the earliest centers of civilization in Southeast Asia, thriving between the 2nd century BCE and the 9th century CE. Known for their advanced urban planning, rich cultural traditions, and deep connection to Buddhism, the Paiyu city-states played a pivotal role in shaping the region's history and spiritual identity. The Paiute people were masterful city builders, creating well-organized urban centers such as Srikasetra, Baekthano, and Halin. These cities were designed with precision, featuring fortified walls, moats, and intricate irrigation systems that supported agriculture and sustained large populations. The layout of these cities reflected a sophisticated understanding of urban planning, with residential areas, religious sites, and administrative buildings carefully arranged to foster both functionality and harmony. The Paiute's ability to harness their environment for sustainable living stands as a testament to their ingenuity and foresight. At the heart of Paiute culture was their devotion to Buddhism, which they adopted from Indian missionaries and traders. The Paiute city-states became vibrant centers of Buddhist learning and practice, with monasteries, stupas, and temples dotting their landscapes. These religious sites were not only places of worship, but also hubs of education and cultural exchange, attracting scholars and pilgrims from across Asia. The Paiute's embrace of Buddhism left an indelible mark on the region, influencing the spiritual and artistic traditions of neighboring civilizations. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Paiute civilization is their artistic legacy. The Paiute were skilled artisans, producing exquisite works of art that reflected their Buddhist beliefs. Their sculptures, pottery, and jewelry often featured intricate designs and symbolic motifs, showcasing their creativity and technical prowess. The Paiute's artistic achievements provide valuable insights into their worldview and the values they held dear, offering a glimpse into a society deeply rooted in spirituality and craftsmanship. The Paiute city-states also played a significant role in regional trade and diplomacy. Situated along key trade routes connecting India, China, and Southeast Asia, the Paiute cities became bustling hubs of commerce. They traded goods such as precious stones, textiles, and ceramics, fostering economic prosperity and cultural exchange. The Paiute's strategic location and their ability to maintain peaceful relations with neighboring powers contributed to their stability and influence in the region. Despite their achievements, the Paiute city-states eventually declined, succumbing to invasions and shifting political dynamics. By the 9th century CE, the rise of the Bama people and the establishment of the pagan kingdom marked the end of the Paiute era. However, their legacy endured, shaping the cultural and spiritual foundations of Myanmar and leaving a lasting impact on Southeast Asian history. The story of the Paiute city-states is one of resilience, innovation, and spiritual devotion. Their contributions to urban planning, art, and Buddhism continue to inspire and inform our understanding of ancient Asia. As we reflect on their legacy, we are reminded of the enduring power of human creativity and the profound influence of cultural exchange. And now, as we move forward, let's uncover another hidden chapter of ancient Asia: the rise and fall of the Srivijaya Empire, a maritime powerhouse that dominated the seas and shaped the course of history. As we leave behind the ancient Paiute city-states and their enduring legacy, let us now turn our gaze to the land of the rising sun, where the samurai once walked as both warriors and philosophers. The samurai, often romanticized for their martial prowess and code of honor, were far more than just skilled swordsmen. Their lives were deeply intertwined with spiritual practices, cultural traditions, and a way of life that shaped Japan for centuries. At the core of samurai culture was the concept of Bushido, the way of the warrior. This code emphasized virtues such as loyalty, courage, and integrity, guiding the samurai not only in battle but also in their daily lives. However, Bushido was not merely a set of rules. It was a philosophy that permeated every aspect of their existence. The samurai sought to balance the physical demands of combat with the cultivation of inner peace and wisdom, often turning to Zen Buddhism for spiritual guidance. Through meditation and mindfulness, they honed their ability to remain calm and focused, even in the face of death. Beyond their spiritual practices, the daily lives of the samurai were marked by discipline and ritual. From a young age, samurai children were trained in martial arts, calligraphy, and poetry. reflecting the belief that a true warrior should be both strong and cultured. Their education was rigorous, preparing them not only for the battlefield but also for roles as administrators, diplomats, and even artists. This duality of strength and refinement set the samurai apart, making them symbols of both power and grace. The samurai's connection to nature also played a significant role in their lives. Many practiced tea ceremonies, flower arranging, and garden design, finding beauty and tranquility in these arts. These activities were not mere hobbies but extensions of their spiritual journey, helping them cultivate patience, humility, and an appreciation for the fleeting nature of life. Even their armor and weapons were crafted with an eye for artistry, blending functionality with aesthetic elegance. Yet the samurai were not without their struggles. The rigid hierarchy of feudal Japan often placed immense pressure on them to uphold their honor and fulfill their duties, even at great personal cost. Stories of seppuku, or ritual suicide, highlight the extreme lengths to which samurai would go to preserve their reputation and loyalty. These acts, while shocking to modern sensibilities, underscore the depth of their commitment to Bushido and the weight of their responsibilities. The legacy of the samurai extends far beyond their time, influencing Japanese culture, literature, and even modern business practices. Their emphasis on discipline, respect, and continuous self-improvement continues to resonate today, offering timeless lessons in leadership and personal growth. As we reflect on their hidden history, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of their lives and the enduring impact of their ideals. With this glimpse into the world of the samurai, we now prepare to uncover another fascinating chapter of ancient Asia: the rise of the Srivijaya Empire, a maritime giant whose influence stretched across the seas and shaped the course of history. As we step away from the disciplined world of the samurai, let us set sail across the vast waters of Southeast Asia to explore the rise of the Srivijaya Empire, a maritime powerhouse that once dominated the region. Nestled in what is now modern-day Indonesia, Srivijaya emerged as a formidable empire around the 7th century, leveraging its strategic location along the bustling trade routes of the Indian Ocean. This kingdom was not just a political force but a cultural and economic hub that connected distant lands from China to India and beyond. At the heart of Srivijaya's success was its mastery of maritime trade. The empire controlled key ports such as Palembang, which served as vital hubs for merchants and travelers. Ships laden with spices, gold, and exotic goods flowed through these ports, making Srivijaya a center of wealth and influence. The empire's ability to regulate and protect these trade routes earned it the loyalty of neighboring states and the respect of distant powers. It wasn't just about commerce, though. Srivijaya's trade networks also facilitated the exchange of ideas, religions, and cultures, creating a vibrant melting pot of traditions. One of the most fascinating aspects of Srivijaya was its role as a center of Buddhist learning. The empire became a beacon for scholars and monks, attracting intellectuals from across Asia. Monastic complexes and universities flourished, drawing students eager to study Buddhist scriptures and philosophy. This intellectual exchange not only enriched Srivijaya's cultural landscape, but also spread Buddhist teachings far and wide, leaving a lasting legacy in the region. Yet, Srivijaya's dominance was not without challenges. The empire faced constant threats from rival kingdoms and shifting trade dynamics. Over time, the rise of new powers and changes in maritime routes began to erode Srivijaya's influence. By the 13th century, the once mighty empire had faded into obscurity, leaving behind a legacy etched in stone inscriptions, temple ruins, and the cultural fabric of Southeast Asia. The story of Srivijaya reminds us of the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations and the enduring impact of trade and cultural exchange. As we reflect on this maritime empire, we gain a deeper understanding of how geography, ambition, and innovation shaped the course of history. Now, let us journey further into the heart of Southeast Asia, where the hidden temples of Bagan await, their spires reaching toward the heavens, whispering tales of devotion and artistry. As we leave the maritime splendor of Srivijaya behind, our journey now takes us to the heart of Myanmar, where the ancient city of Bagan rises from the plains like a forest of stone and devotion. Imagine a landscape dotted with over 2,000 temples, pagodas, and monasteries, each one a testament to the spiritual fervor and artistic brilliance of a bygone era. Bagan, at its peak between the 11th and 13th centuries, was not just a city but a living canvas of faith and architecture, where every structure told a story of devotion, power, and human ingenuity. While many are familiar with the iconic Ananda Temple or the towering Thatpyanu Temple, Bagan is also home to countless lesser-known gems that hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Take, for example, the Suleimani Temple, often overshadowed by its more famous counterparts. Built in the 12th century, Suleimani is a masterpiece of balance and elegance, with intricate carvings and murals that depict scenes from the life of the Buddha. Its name, meaning crowning jewel, reflects its status as a hidden treasure among Bagan's vast temple complex. Another remarkable yet underappreciated site is the Damayangi Temple, the largest of all Bagan's temples. Its imposing structure and mysterious history have sparked countless legends. Some say it was built by a king seeking to atone for his sins, while others believe its construction was marred by tragedy and curses. What is certain is that Damayangi's massive brickwork and precise alignment showcase the advanced engineering skills of its builders, even as its unfinished interior leaves us wondering about the stories left untold. Beyond their architectural grandeur, these temples served as spiritual sanctuaries, places where monks and laypeople alike sought enlightenment and solace. The murals and inscriptions found within their walls offer glimpses into the daily lives, beliefs, and aspirations of the people who built and worshipped here. They remind us that Bagan was not just a city of stone but a living, breathing center of spirituality and culture. Yet Bagan's story is not without its challenges. Over the centuries, earthquakes, neglect, and even modern development have threatened these ancient structures. Efforts to preserve and restore the temples continue, but the delicate balance between conservation and accessibility remains a pressing concern. As we explore these hidden temples, we are reminded of the fragility of our shared heritage and the importance of safeguarding it for future generations. The temples of Bagan stand as silent witnesses to a golden age of devotion and artistry, their spires reaching toward the heavens as if in eternal prayer. As we walk among these ancient stones, we are invited to reflect on the enduring power of faith and the timeless beauty of human creativity. Now, let us turn our gaze to the east, where the ancient kingdom of Kalinga awaits, its history marked by a legendary war and a profound transformation. As we journey eastward from the spiritual splendor of Bagan, we arrive at the ancient kingdom of Kalinga, a land steeped in both conflict and transformation. Nestled along the eastern coast of India, Kalinga was a thriving kingdom known for its maritime trade, vibrant culture, and fierce independence, but it is perhaps best remembered for a single pivotal event that would alter the course of history, the Kalinga War. In the 3rd century before the Common Era, Emperor Ashoka of the Mauryan Empire set his sights on Kalinga. The kingdom's strategic location and wealth made it a coveted prize, but its people were known for their resilience and determination. The resulting war was one of the bloodiest in ancient history, with accounts describing rivers running red and the land littered with the fallen. Ashoka emerged victorious, but the cost of his conquest weighed heavily on his conscience. The sheer scale of suffering he witnessed on the battlefield led to a profound change in the emperor, transforming him from a ruthless conqueror to a devoted follower of Buddhism. This transformation marked a turning point not just for Ashoka but for the entire region. Embracing the principles of nonviolence and compassion, Ashoka began to spread Buddhist teachings far and wide, erecting pillars and edicts that proclaimed his newfound faith. Kalinga, once a battlefield, became a beacon of peace and cultural exchange. The kingdom's artisans and scholars played a crucial role in this spiritual renaissance, contributing to the spread of Buddhist art, architecture, and philosophy across Asia. Beyond its association with Ashoka, Kalinga was a center of innovation and creativity. Its people excelled in shipbuilding, enabling them to dominate maritime trade routes that connected India to Southeast Asia and beyond. The kingdom's artisans were renowned for their intricate stone carvings and temple architecture, many of which still stand today as testaments to their skill. Kalinga's cultural legacy also includes contributions to literature, with ancient texts highlighting the kingdom's rich traditions and intellectual achievements. Yet Kalinga's story is not just one of grandeur and triumph. The scars of war and the passage of time have left their mark, reminding us of the fragility of human endeavors. Today, the remnants of Kalinga's temples, forts, and inscriptions offer glimpses into a kingdom that once stood at the crossroads of history, shaping the cultural and spiritual landscape of ancient Asia. As we reflect on the legacy of Kalinga, we are reminded of the power of transformation, how a single event can change the course of a life, a kingdom, and even the world. From the ashes of conflict rose a legacy of peace and enlightenment, a testament to the enduring resilience of the human spirit. Now, let us turn our attention to another mystery, one that unfolds along the banks of the Mekong River, the enigmatic phenomenon of the Naga fireballs. Now, as we leave behind the echoes of Kalinga's transformation, we find ourselves drawn to the shimmering waters of the Mekong River, where an extraordinary phenomenon has captivated both locals and visitors for centuries: the mystery of the Naga fireballs. Every year, during the full moon of the 11th lunar month, glowing orbs of light rise from the river's surface, ascending silently into the night sky. These fireballs, ranging in size from tiny sparks to large, glowing spheres, have sparked countless legends and scientific debates, making them one of Asia's most intriguing natural mysteries. According to local folklore, the fireballs are the work of the Naga, a mythical serpent-like creature believed to inhabit the depths of the Mekong. The Naga is deeply revered in Southeast Asian culture, often associated with water, fertility, and protection. Villagers along the riverbank claim that the fireballs are a sign of the Naga's presence, a celestial display meant to honor the end of Buddhist Lent. For many, this phenomenon is not just a spectacle but a sacred event steeped in spiritual significance. Scientists, however, have offered alternative explanations. Some suggest that the fireballs are the result of flammable gases such as methane, rising from the riverbed and igniting upon contact with the air. Others propose that the lights could be caused by bioluminescent organisms or even atmospheric conditions unique to the region. Yet, despite numerous studies, no definitive answer has been found, leaving the Naga fireballs shrouded in mystery. The annual appearance of the fireballs has become a major cultural event, drawing thousands of spectators to the banks of the Mekong. Festivals are held to celebrate the phenomenon, with locals and tourists alike gathering to witness the spectacle. The atmosphere is electric, filled with anticipation and wonder as people wait for the first fireball to rise. For many, it is a moment of unity where science and spirituality intersect, and the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural blur. As we ponder the mystery of the Naga fireballs, we are reminded of the enduring power of nature to inspire awe and curiosity. Whether seen as a divine sign or a natural wonder, this phenomenon continues to captivate the imagination, bridging the gap between ancient legends and modern science. And as we move forward, our journey takes us to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia: the rise and fall of the Khmer Empire, a civilization that left behind some of the most magnificent architectural wonders the world has ever seen. As we step away from the mystical glow of the Naga fireballs, our journey now takes us to the heart of Southeast Asia, where the Khmer Empire once stood as a beacon of power and innovation. This ancient civilization, which flourished between the 9th and 15th centuries, is often celebrated for its architectural marvels like Angkor Wat. But beyond these grand temples lies a rich tapestry of lesser-known stories that reveal the empire's intricate religious practices and societal structure. At its core, the Khmer Empire was deeply influenced by Hinduism and Buddhism, with its rulers often seen as divine figures. Kings were not just political leaders but also spiritual intermediaries, believed to possess a sacred connection to the gods. This fusion of religion and governance shaped every aspect of Khmer life, from the grand ceremonies held in temple complexes to the daily rituals performed by ordinary citizens. The empire's religious practices were not static. They evolved over time, reflecting the shifting tides of power and belief. For instance, while early Khmer rulers embraced Hinduism, later kings adopted Buddhism, leading to a unique blend of traditions that still resonates in the region today. The societal structure of the Khmer Empire was equally fascinating. At the top of the hierarchy stood the king and the royal family, followed by a class of nobles and priests who wielded significant influence. Below them were the artisans, merchants, and farmers who formed the backbone of the empire's economy. Slavery was also a part of Khmer society, with many enslaved individuals working on massive construction projects or serving in royal households. Despite these divisions, the empire thrived due to a complex system of labor and resource management, which allowed it to sustain its vast population and ambitious building projects. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Khmer Empire was its hydraulic engineering. The empire's ability to harness water through an extensive network of canals, reservoirs, and moats was nothing short of revolutionary. This system not only supported agriculture but also played a symbolic role, representing the cosmic order and the king's divine authority. The famous barrage or reservoirs were not just practical structures but also sacred spaces, reflecting the empire's deep connection to both the natural and spiritual worlds. As we uncover these hidden layers of the Khmer Empire, we begin to see a civilization that was far more complex and dynamic than its temples alone suggest. Its religious diversity, societal organization, and technological ingenuity offer a glimpse into a world where spirituality and practicality were seamlessly intertwined. And as we prepare to delve deeper into the mysteries of ancient Asia, our next stop takes us to the ancient kingdom of Chenla, a precursor to the Khmer Empire, whose legacy laid the foundation for one of history's most remarkable civilizations. Before the grandeur of the Khmer Empire rose to prominence, the ancient kingdom of Chenla laid the groundwork for what would become one of Southeast Asia's most influential civilizations. Emerging around the 6th century, Chenla was a powerful state that bridged the gap between the earlier Funan kingdom and the later Khmer Empire. Its history is a fascinating blend of cultural innovation, political ambition, and spiritual transformation, offering a window into the roots of Cambodian identity. Chenla's origins are often traced to the decline of Funan, a maritime empire that once dominated the region. As Funan's influence waned, Chenla rose to power, initially as a vassal state before asserting its independence. The kingdom was divided into two distinct regions, Land Chenla, located in the interior, and Water Chenla, situated along the Mekong River and Tonle Sap Lake. This division reflected the kingdom's adaptability, with Land Chenla focusing on agriculture and Water Chenla thriving through trade and fishing. Together, these regions formed a dynamic and resilient state. One of Chenla's most significant contributions was its role in shaping the religious and cultural landscape of Cambodia. Like its predecessor Funan, Chenla was deeply influenced by Indian traditions, particularly Hinduism. Kings of Chenla often adopted Sanskrit names and embraced Hindu deities, integrating these beliefs into their governance and daily life. Temples dedicated to gods like Shiva and Vishnu became centers of worship and political power, symbolizing the divine authority of the rulers. Over time, Buddhism also began to take root, creating a rich tapestry of spiritual practices that would later define the Khmer Empire. the kingdom's political structure was equally noteworthy. Chenla's rulers were not only warriors and administrators but also patrons of the arts and architecture. They commissioned intricate stone carvings and inscriptions, many of which provide valuable insights into the kingdom's history and beliefs. These artifacts reveal a society that valued both artistic expression and intellectual pursuits, with Sanskrit inscriptions detailing the achievements of kings and the lives of their subjects. Chenla's legacy in art and architecture would later inspire the grandeur of Angkor Wat and other Khmer monuments. Chenla's decline in the 8th century marked the end of an era, but also set the stage for the rise of the Khmer Empire. Internal conflicts and external pressures weakened the kingdom, leading to its fragmentation. However, its cultural and political foundations endured, influencing the development of the Khmer civilization that followed. The blending of Hindu and Buddhist traditions, the emphasis on divine kingship, and the mastery of hydraulic engineering all trace their roots back to Chenla. As we reflect on the legacy of Chenla, we see a kingdom that was both a product of its time and a catalyst for future greatness. Its contributions to Cambodian culture and history are a testament to the enduring power of innovation and adaptation. And as we continue our journey through the hidden histories of ancient Asia, our next destination takes us to the ancient maritime Silk Road, where the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures shaped the destiny of nations. Shifting our focus to the vast networks of trade and connection, we now turn to the hidden history of the Silk Road's oases. These lush, life-giving hubs were far more than mere rest stops for weary travelers. They were the beating heart of the Silk Road, serving as vital centers of commerce, culture, and communication that linked the East and West for centuries. Nestled in the arid landscapes of Central Asia, these oases were not only sanctuaries of water and shade but also melting pots of ideas, religions, and technologies. The Silk Road, stretching over 4,000 miles, was a sprawling web of trade routes connecting China to the Mediterranean. But traversing this vast expanse was no easy feat. The harsh deserts and rugged mountains posed immense challenges to merchants and travelers. This is where the oases came into play. Towns like Samarkand, Bukhara, and Kashgar emerged as crucial waypoints, offering food, water, and shelter to caravans. Without these oases, the Silk Road as we know it might never have existed. But the significance of these towns went far beyond their practical role. Oases were bustling hubs of cultural exchange. Merchants from China, Persia, India, and the Byzantine Empire converged here, bringing with them not only goods but also their languages, beliefs, and traditions. In the markets of Samarkand, one could find Chinese silk, Indian spices, Persian carpets, and Roman glass, all traded side by side. These interactions fostered a unique blend of cultures, creating a vibrant tapestry of art, architecture, and cuisine that still resonates today. Religious diversity also flourished in these oasis towns. Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, Islam, Christianity, and even Manichaeism found a home here, often coexisting peacefully. Temples, mosques, and churches stood side by side, reflecting the spiritual openness of these communities. This exchange of ideas extended to science and technology as well. Innovations like paper-making, gunpowder, and the compass traveled westward through these oases, transforming societies far beyond their origins. The oases were also centers of political power. Rulers of these towns often controlled key segments of the Silk Road, amassing wealth and influence. They built grand cities with towering minarets, intricate mosaics, and sprawling bazaars, showcasing their prosperity and sophistication. Yet their power was fragile. The oases were vulnerable to invasions, natural disasters, and shifts in trade routes. The rise of maritime trade in later centuries diminished their importance, but their legacy endures. As we explore the hidden history of the Silk Road's oases, we uncover a story of resilience, innovation, and connection. These towns were not just stops along a trade route, they were the lifeblood of an interconnected world. Their influence shaped the course of history, bridging distant civilizations and leaving an indelible mark on the cultural and economic landscape of Asia. And as we continue our journey through the hidden histories of ancient Asia, our next stop takes us to the forgotten sections of the Great Wall of China, where tales of defense and diplomacy await. Now let's journey to the heart of Southeast Asia, where the ancient kingdom of Pagan once stood as a beacon of spiritual and architectural grandeur. Emerging in the 9th century, Pagan, also known as Bagan, became the first unified kingdom of what is now modern-day Myanmar. Its rise marked a golden age of cultural and religious flourishing, leaving behind a legacy that continues to awe visitors and historians alike. Pagan's ascent to power began under King Anarotta in the mid-11th century. He unified the region under his rule and embraced Theravada Buddhism, which became the cornerstone of Pagan's identity. Under his leadership and that of his successors, the kingdom transformed into a center of Buddhist learning and devotion. But it wasn't just faith that defined Pagan, it was the breathtaking scale of its architectural ambition. Over the course of 2 centuries, the kingdom's rulers and wealthy patrons commissioned the construction of thousands of temples, pagodas, and monasteries across the plains of Bagan. This sprawling complex of religious structures earned Pagan the nickname, the City of 4 Million Pagodas, a testament to its spiritual and artistic fervor. Among the most iconic of these structures is the Ananda Temple, built in the early 12th century. With its symmetrical design, towering spires, and intricate carvings, the Ananda Temple stands as a masterpiece of Pagan architecture. Its 4 massive Buddha statues, each facing a cardinal direction, symbolize the enlightened presence of the Buddha in all corners of the world. Another marvel is the Asechwezigan Pagoda, a gleaming golden stupa that served as a prototype for later Burmese pagodas. Its design reflects a blend of Mon and Indian influences, showcasing the kingdom's ability to absorb and reinterpret cultural traditions. But Pagan's architectural achievements were not just about grandeur, they were also deeply practical. The kingdom's builders mastered the art of brick construction, using locally sourced materials to create structures that could withstand the region's tropical climate. Many of these temples were designed with intricate ventilation systems to keep the interiors cool, while their towering spires served as landmarks for travelers navigating the vast plains. The temples also housed libraries, schools, and meditation halls, making them centers of both spiritual and intellectual life. Despite its cultural and architectural splendor, Pagan's dominance was not destined to last. By the late 13th century, the kingdom faced mounting challenges. Repeated Mongol invasions weakened its political stability, while overextension of resources and internal strife further eroded its power. The final blow came in 1287 when the Mongols sacked Pagan, leading to its eventual decline. Yet, even in its fall, Pagan left an indelible mark. Its temples and pagodas, though many were damaged by earthquakes over the centuries, remain standing as a testament to the kingdom's enduring legacy. Today, the plains of Bagan are an UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors from around the globe to marvel at its ancient wonders. The kingdom's architectural achievements not only reflect its devotion to Buddhism, but also its role as a cultural crossroads where Indian, Mon, and Burmese influences converge to create something truly unique. As we reflect on the rise and fall of Pagan, we are reminded of the power of human creativity and the lasting impact of a civilization that sought to reach the heavens through its art and faith. And as we continue our exploration of ancient Asia's hidden histories, our next stop takes us to the Maritime Empire of Majapahit, where tales of dominance and cultural legacy await. Now let's set sail to the Indonesian archipelago, where the Majapahit Empire once reigned as one of Southeast Asia's most powerful maritime kingdoms. Emerging in the late 13th century, Majapahit rose to prominence under the leadership of its visionary rulers, establishing a vast empire that stretched across much of modern-day Indonesia and beyond. At its peak, Majapahit was not just a political powerhouse but also a cultural and economic hub, connecting distant lands through trade, diplomacy, and shared traditions. The empire's golden age began under the rule of King Hayam Wuruk, who ascended the throne in 1350. With the guidance of his brilliant prime minister, Gajah Mada, Majapahit expanded its influence far beyond the island of Java. Gajah Mada's famous oath, known as the Palapa Oath, pledged to unify the archipelago under Majapahit's rule. Through a combination of military conquests and strategic alliances, the empire achieved this vision, bringing regions as far as Sumatra, Borneo, and even parts of the Malay Peninsula under its control. This expansion was not just about territorial dominance, it was also about fostering a shared cultural identity across the diverse islands of the archipelago. Majapahit's wealth and power were built on its mastery of maritime trade. The empire controlled key trade routes that connected the Spice Islands, known for their valuable nutmeg and cloves, with markets in China, India, and the Middle East. Majapahit's ports bustled with merchants from distant lands, exchanging goods like spices, textiles, and precious metals. This thriving trade network not only enriched the empire but also facilitated the exchange of ideas, art, and religion, making Majapahit a melting pot of cultures. One of the most enduring legacies of the Majapahit Empire is its contribution to Indonesian art and architecture. The empire's artisans produced exquisite works, from intricate stone carvings to delicate gold jewelry. The temples of Majapahit, such as the famous Candi Penataran, showcase a unique blend of Hindu and Buddhist influences, reflecting the empire's religious diversity. These structures were not just places of worship but also symbols of Majapahit's cultural sophistication and its ability to harmonize different traditions. Majapahit's influence extended beyond its borders, shaping the political and cultural landscape of Southeast Asia. The empire's legal code, known as the Kutara Manawa, became a model for governance in the region. Its literature, particularly the epic poem Nagarakretagama, provides a vivid account of life in the empire and remains a valuable historical document. Even after its decline in the late 15th century, Majapahit's legacy lived on, inspiring later kingdoms and contributing to the formation of a unified Indonesian identity. The fall of Majapahit was gradual, brought about by internal conflicts, the rise of Islamic sultanates, and shifting trade dynamics, yet its impact endures. Today, Majapahit is celebrated as a symbol of Indonesia's rich heritage and its historical role as a bridge between cultures. As we reflect on the empire's achievements, we are reminded of the power of unity, innovation, and cultural exchange. And as we continue our journey through the hidden histories of ancient Asia, our next destination takes us to the enigmatic pyramids of China, where mysteries of the past await discovery. Now, as we journey further into the mysteries of ancient Asia, we turn our attention to a lesser-known marvel, the ancient pyramids of China. Nestled in the heart of the Shaanxi province, these enigmatic structures have long puzzled historians and archaeologists alike. Unlike the iconic pyramids of Egypt, these Chinese pyramids are often overlooked, yet they hold secrets that could reshape our understanding of ancient civilizations. The most famous of these pyramids is the mausoleum of the first Khmer Emperor, located near the city of Xi'an. This massive structure, surrounded by an army of terracotta warriors, is believed to be the final resting place of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the unifier of China. But what makes this pyramid truly fascinating is its sheer scale and the mysteries that lie beneath its surface. Legends speak of a vast underground palace filled with treasures, rivers of mercury, and intricate traps designed to protect the emperor's tomb. While much of the mausoleum remains unexplored, recent archaeological discoveries have only deepened the intrigue. Beyond the Qin Emperor's pyramid, there are dozens of other pyramid-like mounds scattered across the region. Some of these structures are believed to date back to the Han Dynasty, serving as tombs for emperors and nobles. Others, however, defy easy explanation. Their precise alignment and geometric precision suggest a level of architectural sophistication that challenges our assumptions about ancient Chinese engineering. Could these pyramids have served purposes beyond burial? Some researchers speculate that they may have been used for astronomical observations, religious ceremonies, or even as symbols of imperial power and cosmic order. One of the most intriguing theories revolves around the White Pyramid of Xi'an, a structure shrouded in mystery and myth, described by early 20th century explorers as a towering, white-capped monument. Its exact location and purpose remain debated. Some believe it could be linked to ancient Chinese cosmology, representing the connection between heaven and earth. Others suggest it may have been a site of spiritual significance, where rituals honoring the ancestors were performed. Despite decades of research, the White Pyramid continues to elude definitive explanation, adding to its allure. The existence of these pyramids also raises questions about the cultural exchanges between ancient civilizations. Could the Chinese pyramids have been influenced by the pyramids of Egypt or Mesoamerica? While there is no concrete evidence to support this idea, the similarities in design and purpose are striking. This has led some scholars to explore the possibility of a shared architectural tradition or even ancient contact between distant cultures. As we delve into the mystery of China's pyramids, we are reminded of the enduring power of these ancient structures to captivate our imagination. They stand as silent witnesses to a time when emperors ruled with divine authority, and the boundaries between the earthly and the celestial were blurred. Their secrets, still hidden beneath layers of earth and time, invite us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to keep uncovering the stories of our shared past. And as we prepare to uncover the next chapter in our journey through the hidden histories of ancient Asia, we turn our gaze to the ancient kingdom of Ayutthaya, where trade, culture, and power converged in one of Southeast Asia's most influential empires. Shifting our focus to the vibrant heart of Southeast Asia, we now uncover the hidden history of the ancient kingdom of Ayutthaya. Founded in the year 1350, Ayutthaya quickly rose to prominence as one of the most powerful and influential empires in the region. Situated at the crossroads of major trade routes, this kingdom became a bustling hub of commerce, culture, and diplomacy, connecting the East and the West in ways that shaped the course of history. At its peak, Ayutthaya was a cosmopolitan city, drawing merchants, diplomats, and travelers from as far as China, India, Persia, and even Europe. The kingdom's strategic location along the Chao Phraya River allowed it to control trade flows, making it a vital link in the global exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. Silk, spices, and precious gems flowed through its markets, while its artisans produced exquisite works of art that reflected the kingdom's rich cultural tapestry. One of Ayutthaya's most remarkable achievements was its ability to blend diverse cultural influences into a unique and cohesive identity. The kingdom's architecture, for instance, showcases a fusion of Khmer, Mon, and Sukhothai styles, creating a distinctive aesthetic that still captivates visitors today. The towering prang or spires of its temples, such as Wat Phra Si Sanfit and Wat Chewatthanaram, stand as enduring symbols of Ayutthaya's grandeur and spiritual devotion. These structures were not just places of worship but also centers of learning and community life, reflecting the kingdom's deep connection to Buddhism. Ayutthaya's political and social systems were equally sophisticated. The kingdom was governed by a centralized monarchy, with the king seen as both a political leader and a divine figure. This dual role reinforced the ruler's authority and helped maintain stability across the empire. The kingdom's legal codes, influenced by Hindu and Buddhist principles, were among the most advanced of their time, ensuring justice and order in a society that thrived on diversity. However, Ayutthaya's prosperity also made it a target. In the year 1767, after more than 4 centuries of dominance, the kingdom fell to invading Burmese forces. The city was sacked, its treasures looted, and its magnificent temples reduced to ruins. Yet, even in its decline, Ayutthaya left an indelible mark on the region. Its legacy lives on in modern Thailand, where its cultural and architectural influences continue to shape the nation's identity. The story of Ayutthaya is not just one of rise and fall, but also of resilience and reinvention. Its ruins, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, serve as a poignant reminder of a kingdom that once stood at the center of the world. As we reflect on Ayutthaya's hidden history, we are reminded of the enduring power of cultural exchange and the ways in which ancient civilizations continue to inspire us today. With Ayutthaya's tale now unveiled, we turn our attention to another fascinating chapter in the hidden histories of ancient Asia, the ancient kingdom of Lanzang, a realm of legends and enduring influence in the heart of Southeast Asia. Now, let us journey further into the heart of Southeast Asia, where the ancient kingdom of Lanzang emerges from the mists of history. Known as the Land of a Million Elephants, Lanzang was a powerful and enduring realm that played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of the region. Established in the year 1354 by King Funan, this kingdom was born from a vision of unity and strength, bringing together diverse peoples under a single banner. Lanzang's strategic location in the fertile Mekong River basin provided it with abundant resources and a natural defense against invaders. The kingdom's name, which translates to "million elephants," was not just a poetic flourish but a testament to its military might and the reverence for these majestic creatures, which were both symbols of power and vital assets in warfare and labor. Under Funan leadership, Lanzang expanded its influence, forging alliances and establishing itself as a dominant force in the region. One of Lanzang's most significant contributions was its role as a cultural and religious hub. The kingdom embraced Theravada Buddhism, which became the cornerstone of its identity. Temples and monasteries flourished, serving as centers of learning and spiritual guidance. The iconic Phar that Luang Stupa in Vientiane, a symbol of Lao national pride, stands as a lasting testament to Lanzang's devotion to Buddhism and its architectural ingenuity. This golden edifice, with its intricate design and spiritual significance, continues to inspire awe and reverence. Lanzang's political system was equally remarkable. The kingdom was governed by a monarchy that balanced centralized authority with local autonomy, allowing for a degree of flexibility and adaptability. This system enabled Lanzang to maintain stability and cohesion across its vast territories, which stretched from the Annamite Mountains to the Korat Plateau. The kingdom's legal codes, influenced by Buddhist principles, emphasized justice, compassion, and social harmony, reflecting the values that underpinned its society. Trade also played a crucial role in Lanzang's prosperity. The kingdom's position along the Mekong River made it a vital link in the regional trade network, connecting it to neighboring powers such as Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. Goods such as silk, spices, and precious metals flowed through its markets, enriching its economy and fostering cultural exchange. Lanzang's artisans were renowned for their craftsmanship, producing exquisite textiles, ceramics, and religious artifacts that showcased the kingdom's artistic heritage. However, like many great empires, Lanzang faced challenges that tested its resilience. Internal conflicts and external pressures gradually weakened the kingdom, leading to its division into smaller states in the early 18th century. Despite this fragmentation, Lanzang's legacy endured. Its cultural and spiritual traditions continued to shape the identity of the Lao people, and its influence can still be seen in the art, architecture, and customs of modern Laos. The story of Lanzang is one of ambition, unity, and enduring legacy. It reminds us of the power of cultural and spiritual ideals to transcend time and adversity. As we explore this hidden history, we gain a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of Southeast Asia's past and the kingdoms that helped weave it together. With the tale of Lan Xang now revealed, we prepare to uncover another fascinating chapter in the hidden histories of ancient Asia. The ancient kingdom of Chola, a maritime empire whose influence stretched far beyond its shores. Now let us set sail across the Indian Ocean to the sun-drenched shores of South India, where the ancient kingdom of Chola rose to prominence as a maritime powerhouse. Emerging around the 9th century, the Chola dynasty carved out an empire that not only dominated the land but also ruled the seas, leaving an indelible mark on the history of Asia. Known for their naval prowess, the Cholas established a vast network of trade routes that connected South India to distant lands, from Southeast Asia to the Middle East. This maritime empire was not just about conquest and commerce. It was a beacon of cultural and artistic achievement that continues to inspire awe. At the heart of the Chola kingdom was its capital, Thanjavur, a city that became a center of learning, art, and architecture. The Cholas were devout followers of Hinduism, and their reign saw the construction of some of the most magnificent temples in Indian history. The Brihadiswara Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands as a testament to their architectural genius. Built during the reign of Rajaraja Chola I, this towering structure is adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures that depict scenes from Hindu mythology, showcasing the Cholas' deep spiritual devotion and artistic vision. The temple's towering vimana, or tower, is a marvel of engineering designed to symbolize the connection between the earthly and the divine. The Cholas' influence extended far beyond their temples. They were master administrators, implementing a highly organized system of governance that ensured stability and prosperity. The kingdom was divided into well-defined administrative units, each managed by local officials who reported to the central authority. This efficient system allowed the Cholas to maintain control over their vast territories while fostering economic growth and cultural exchange. Their legal codes, influenced by Hindu principles, emphasized justice and social order, creating a society that valued both tradition and innovation. One of the Cholas' most remarkable achievements was their naval dominance. They built a formidable fleet that allowed them to project power across the Indian Ocean. Under the leadership of Rajendra Chola I, the Cholas launched ambitious naval expeditions, reaching as far as the Malay Peninsula and the islands of Indonesia. These campaigns were not merely acts of conquest but also efforts to secure trade routes and establish diplomatic ties. The Cholas' control over the seas enabled them to amass great wealth, which they invested in art, architecture, and public works, further enhancing their legacy. The Cholas were also patrons of the arts, fostering a cultural renaissance that produced some of the finest works of literature, music, and dance in Indian history. Tamil poetry flourished under their rule, with poets like Kamban composing epic works that are still celebrated today. The Cholas' support for classical dance forms like Bharatanatyam helped preserve and elevate these traditions, ensuring their survival for generations to come. Their contributions to the arts were not just a reflection of their wealth, but also a testament to their belief in the power of culture to unite and inspire. Trade was the lifeblood of the Chola Empire, and their ports bustled with activity as merchants from across the world came to exchange goods. Textiles, spices, and precious stones flowed through their markets, enriching the kingdom and fostering a vibrant exchange of ideas and traditions. The Cholas' ability to harness the wealth of the seas allowed them to build a society that was both prosperous and culturally rich, leaving a legacy that continues to shape South India's identity. As we reflect on the story of the Chola kingdom, we are reminded of the enduring power of vision, leadership, and cultural ambition. Their maritime empire not only transformed South India but also left a lasting impact on the broader history of Asia. With the tale of the Cholas now unveiled, we turn our gaze to another hidden gem of ancient Asia, the mystery of the ancient kingdom of Tondo, a Philippine kingdom whose role in regional trade remains shrouded in intrigue. Now, let us journey from the bustling ports of the Chola Empire to the lush archipelago of the Philippines, where the ancient kingdom of Tondo once thrived as a vital hub of regional trade. Nestled along the banks of the Pasig River, Tondo emerged as a significant political and economic center as early as the 9th century. This kingdom, often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors, played a crucial role in connecting the islands of Southeast Asia with the broader trade networks of the ancient world. Tondo's strategic location made it a natural crossroads for merchants and traders. Situated near Manila Bay, the kingdom had access to both the South China Sea and the inland waterways, allowing it to control the flow of goods between the highlands and the coast. This advantageous position enabled Tondo to become a key player in the exchange of luxury items such as gold, pearls, and exotic spices. Traders from China, India, and the Malay archipelago frequented its markets, bringing with them not only goods but also cultural influences that enriched Tondo's society. The kingdom's prosperity was built on its ability to forge alliances and maintain diplomatic ties with neighboring states. Tondo's rulers, known as Lakan, were skilled negotiators who balanced power dynamics with both local chieftains and foreign merchants. One of the most notable alliances was with the powerful Srivijaya Empire, which dominated maritime trade in Southeast Asia. This partnership allowed Tondo to expand its influence and secure its position as a regional trade powerhouse. Despite its importance, much about Tondo remains shrouded in mystery. Unlike other ancient kingdoms, Tondo left behind few written records, leaving historians to piece together its story through archaeological findings and accounts from foreign travelers. Chinese records, in particular, provide valuable insights into Tondo's trade relations. These documents describe the kingdom as a thriving center of commerce, where merchants exchanged goods and ideas, creating a vibrant cultural melting pot. One of the most intriguing aspects of Tondo's history is its connection to the Tagalog people, who are considered the ancestors of modern-day Filipinos. The kingdom's legacy is deeply intertwined with the development of Tagalog culture, language, and identity. The Lakan of Tondo were not only political leaders but also cultural custodians, preserving traditions and fostering a sense of unity among their people. This cultural heritage continues to resonate in the Philippines today, serving as a reminder of Tondo's enduring influence. As we uncover the story of Tondo, we are reminded of the interconnectedness of ancient Asia. This small but mighty kingdom played a pivotal role in shaping the region's trade networks and cultural landscape. Its ability to adapt and thrive in a competitive environment speaks to the resilience and ingenuity of its people. With the tale of Tondo now revealed, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the history of the ancient kingdom of Kedah, a Malay kingdom whose cultural significance continues to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike. Now, as we leave the vibrant trade networks of Tondo behind, our journey takes us to the lush landscapes of the Malay Peninsula, where the ancient kingdom of Kedah once flourished. Known as one of the oldest kingdoms in Southeast Asia, Kedah's history stretches back over 2,000 years, making it a cornerstone of the region's cultural and political development. Nestled along the northern coast of modern-day Malaysia, Kedah was not only a hub of trade but also a melting pot of cultures, religions, and ideas. Kedah's strategic location along the Strait of Malacca made it a vital link in the maritime trade routes that connected the Indian Ocean to the South China Sea. Merchants from India, China, Arabia, and beyond flocked to its ports, bringing with them goods, technologies, and beliefs that shaped the kingdom's identity. Among the most significant influences was the arrival of Hinduism and Buddhism, which left an indelible mark on Kedah's art, architecture, and governance. The kingdom's rulers, known as Raja, embraced these religions, blending them with local traditions to create a unique cultural tapestry. One of the most remarkable legacies of Kedah is the Bujang Valley, an archaeological site that offers a glimpse into the kingdom's golden age. Spread across a vast area, the valley is home to the ruins of ancient temples, stupas, and settlements, many of which date back to the 4th century. These structures, adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions, reflect the kingdom's deep spiritual and artistic heritage. The Bujang Valley is often referred to as the cradle of Malay civilization, a testament to Kedah's role in shaping the cultural identity of the region. Kedah's influence extended beyond its borders, as it played a key role in the spread of Indian culture across Southeast Asia. The kingdom's close ties with the Indian subcontinent are evident in its language, art, and religious practices. Sanskrit inscriptions found in Kedah reveal the extent of this cultural exchange, highlighting the kingdom's importance as a bridge between India and the Malay world. This connection also facilitated the spread of Buddhism, which became a dominant force in Kedah's spiritual life. Despite its prominence, Kedah's history is not without its mysteries. The kingdom's decline in the 13th century remains a subject of debate among historians. Some attribute it to the rise of competing powers like the Srivijaya and Majapahit empires, while others point to internal conflicts or shifting trade routes. What is clear, however, is that Kedah's legacy endured long after its political power waned. The kingdom's cultural contributions continue to resonate in modern Malaysia, where its history is celebrated as a source of national pride. As we reflect on the story of Kedah, we are reminded of the interconnectedness of ancient Asia. This small but influential kingdom played a pivotal role in shaping the region's cultural and economic landscape, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. With the tale of Kedah now unveiled, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the ancient kingdom of Kot, a Sri Lankan kingdom whose architectural achievements and historical significance await discovery. Now, as we journey from the Malay Peninsula to the island of Sri Lanka, we uncover the story of the ancient kingdom of Kot. Nestled in the southwestern part of the island, Kot emerged as a powerful kingdom in the 14th century, marking a significant chapter in Sri Lanka's history. Known for its strategic location and impressive architectural feats, Kot became a center of political, cultural, and religious influence during its golden age. The kingdom of Kot rose to prominence under the leadership of King Parakramabahu VI, who unified much of Sri Lanka under his rule. His reign, which began in the early 15th century, is often regarded as a period of stability and prosperity. Kot's capital, also named Kot, was a marvel of urban planning and engineering. Surrounded by a series of moats and fortified walls, the city was designed to withstand invasions while showcasing the kingdom's wealth and power. The intricate network of canals and reservoirs not only provided water for the city, but also symbolized the kingdom's mastery over its environment. One of Kot's most enduring legacies is its architectural achievements. The kingdom was home to magnificent temples, palaces, and monasteries, many of which were adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures. The Alakshvara temple, for instance, stands as a testament to the kingdom's devotion to Buddhism and its artistic prowess. The temple's design, featuring elaborate stonework and detailed murals, reflects the fusion of local traditions with influences from South India and Southeast Asia. These structures were not just places of worship but also centers of learning and culture, attracting scholars and artisans from across the region. Kot's influence extended beyond its borders as it played a key role in the spread of Theravada Buddhism. The kingdom's rulers were staunch patrons of the religion, commissioning the construction of stupas and monasteries that served as hubs for religious education and practice. This commitment to Buddhism helped solidify Kot's reputation as a spiritual and intellectual center, drawing pilgrims and scholars from as far as Burma and Thailand. However, the kingdom's golden age was not without challenges. By the 16th century, Kot faced increasing pressure from European colonial powers, particularly the Portuguese, who sought to control Sri Lanka's lucrative spice trade. Internal conflicts and external threats eventually led to the kingdom's decline, but its legacy endured. The architectural remnants of Kot, though weathered by time, continue to inspire awe and admiration, offering a glimpse into a bygone era of grandeur and innovation. As we reflect on the story of Kot, we are reminded of the resilience and creativity of ancient civilizations. This Sri Lankan kingdom, with its remarkable achievements and enduring influence, stands as a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the region. With the tale of Kot now unveiled, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the ancient kingdom of Singhasari, a Javanese kingdom whose history and cultural contributions await discovery. Now, as we shift our gaze from the island of Sri Lanka to the lush landscapes of Java, we uncover the story of the ancient kingdom of Singhasari. This Javanese kingdom, which flourished in the 13th century, played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of Indonesia. Known for its military prowess, artistic achievements, and strategic vision, Singhasari laid the foundation for one of the most powerful empires in Southeast Asian history, the Majapahit Empire. The rise of Singhasari began under the leadership of its founder, Ken Arok, a figure shrouded in legend and ambition. According to Javanese chronicles, Ken Arok's ascent to power was marked by intrigue and determination. He overthrew the ruling kingdom of Kediri in the early 13th century, establishing Singhasari as a dominant force in the region. His reign marked the beginning of a new era, characterized by territorial expansion and the consolidation of power. Ken Arok's legacy, however, was not without controversy, as his rise to power was accompanied by tales of betrayal and political maneuvering that have fascinated historians for centuries. Singhasari's golden age reached its zenith under the rule of King Kertanegara, who ascended the throne in the late 13th century. Kertanegara was a visionary leader with ambitions that extended far beyond Java. He sought to unify the archipelago under his rule, launching military campaigns to expand Singhasari's influence across Sumatra, Bali, and even parts of the Malay Peninsula. His policies reflected a blend of military strategy and cultural diplomacy, as he sought to integrate diverse regions into a cohesive empire. Kertanegara's reign also saw the flourishing of art and architecture, with the construction of temples and monuments that showcased the kingdom's artistic sophistication. One of Singhasari's most enduring contributions was its role in the spread of Tantric Buddhism. Kertanegara was a devout follower of this esoteric branch of Buddhism, and his patronage helped establish Singhasari as a center of spiritual and intellectual activity. The kingdom's temples, such as the Candi Jawi and Candi Singhasari, were adorned with intricate carvings and statues that reflected the fusion of Hindu and Buddhist traditions. These structures not only served as places of worship but also as symbols of the kingdom's cultural and religious identity. Despite its achievements, Singhasari's dominance was short-lived. The kingdom faced internal strife and external threats, culminating in its downfall in the late 13th century. Kertanegara's ambitious campaigns had stretched the kingdom's resources thin, and a rebellion led by a vassal state ultimately brought about its collapse. However, the legacy of Singhasari lived on through its successor, the Majapahit Empire, which inherited its territorial ambitions and cultural achievements. The Majapahit Empire would go on to become one of the most powerful and influential empires in Southeast Asian history, a testament to the foundations laid by Singhasari. As we reflect on the story of Singhasari, we are reminded of the dynamic interplay of ambition, culture, and power that shaped the history of ancient Asia. This Javanese kingdom, though short-lived, left an indelible mark on the region, influencing the course of Indonesian history for centuries to come. With the tale of Singhasari now unveiled, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the mystery of the ancient kingdom of Khmer, whose history and cultural significance await discovery. Now, as we journey further into the heart of Java, we uncover the enigmatic story of the ancient kingdom of Tarumanagara. Nestled in the western part of the island, this kingdom emerged as a significant cultural and political force during the 5th century. Though its history is shrouded in mystery, the remnants of its legacy offer fascinating glimpses into a civilization that once thrived in this fertile region. Tarumanagara's origins are deeply intertwined with the spread of Hinduism in Southeast Asia. The kingdom is believed to have been established by a ruler named Jayasingawarman, who migrated from India and brought with him the cultural and religious traditions of his homeland. Under his leadership, Tarumanagara became a center of Hindu influence, blending Indian customs with local Javanese traditions. This fusion is evident in the kingdom's art, architecture, and inscriptions, which reflect a unique cultural synthesis. One of the most remarkable aspects of Tarumanagara's history is its collection of stone inscriptions, known as the Tarumanagara inscriptions. These ancient texts, written in Sanskrit and using the Pallava script, provide valuable insights into the kingdom's governance, religious practices, and societal structure. The inscriptions often mention the name of King Purnawarman, one of Tarumanagara's most celebrated rulers. Purnawarman is credited with expanding the kingdom's territory and strengthening its infrastructure, including the construction of irrigation systems that supported agriculture and sustained the population. The kingdom's cultural legacy is also preserved in its temples and sculptures. The Sayarutun inscription, for example, features a footprint believed to belong to King Purnawarman, symbolizing his divine authority and connection to the Hindu god Vishnu. Similarly, the Batuchali's inscription highlights the king's achievements and his role as a protector of his people. These artifacts not only showcase the artistic skill of Tarumanagara's craftsmen, but also underscore the kingdom's deep spiritual and cultural roots. Despite its achievements, Tarumanagara's decline remains a subject of debate among historians. Some suggest that internal conflicts and external pressures led to its gradual weakening, while others point to natural disasters or shifts in trade routes as contributing factors. By the 7th century, the kingdom had faded into obscurity, leaving behind a legacy that would influence the development of later Javanese kingdoms. As we piece together the story of Tarumanagara, we are reminded of the intricate tapestry of ancient Asia's history. This West Javanese kingdom, though often overshadowed by its successors, played a crucial role in shaping the cultural and religious landscape of the region. Its inscriptions, temples, and legends continue to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike, offering a window into a world that once flourished in the shadows of Java's lush landscapes. With the mystery of Tarumanagara now unveiled, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the history of the ancient kingdom of Mataram, whose architectural marvels and cultural contributions await exploration. Moving deeper into the heart of Java, we now uncover the story of the ancient kingdom of Mataram, a civilization that left an indelible mark on the region's history through its remarkable architectural achievements and cultural contributions. Emerging in the 8th century, Mataram rose to prominence as a powerful and influential kingdom, blending Hindu and Buddhist traditions in a way that shaped the identity of Central Java for centuries to come. At the heart of Mataram's legacy lies its extraordinary architectural prowess. The kingdom is best known for its construction of two of the most iconic monuments in Southeast Asia, Borobudur and Prambanan. Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, stands as a testament to Mataram's spiritual devotion and engineering ingenuity. This massive structure, built in the form of a mandala, features over 2,000 relief panels and 500 Buddha statues, each meticulously carved to depict the teachings of Buddhism. The temple's design reflects a profound understanding of cosmology, with its 9 stacked platforms symbolizing the path to enlightenment. Not far from Borobudur lies Prambanan, a stunning Hindu temple complex dedicated to the Trimurti Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. With its towering spires and intricate carvings, Prambanan showcases Mataram's ability to harmonize artistic beauty with religious symbolism. The temple's reliefs narrate episodes from the Ramayana, bringing ancient epics to life through stone. Together, Borobudur and Prambanan highlight Mataram's dual embrace of Hinduism and Buddhism, a unique feature that set it apart from other kingdoms of its time. Beyond its temples, Mataram's influence extended to its sophisticated irrigation systems, which transformed the fertile plains of central Java into a thriving agricultural hub. The kingdom's rulers, such as King Sanjaya and his successors, prioritized the development of infrastructure to support their growing population. Canals, reservoirs, and dams were constructed to manage water resources, ensuring the prosperity of the kingdom's people and solidifying its economic stability. Mataram's cultural achievements were equally impressive. The kingdom became a center for literature, art, and religious scholarship, attracting thinkers and artisans from across the region. Sanskrit texts and Javanese poetry flourished under Mataram's patronage, preserving the kingdom's intellectual legacy for future generations. The blending of Hindu and Buddhist traditions also gave rise to a unique cultural identity, one that continues to influence Javanese society today. However, Mataram's golden age was not without challenges. By the 10th century, the kingdom faced internal strife and external pressures, leading to its eventual decline. Some historians attribute this to volcanic eruptions that disrupted agriculture, while others point to shifting political dynamics in the region. Despite its fall, Mataram's legacy endured through its architectural marvels and cultural contributions, which remain a source of pride and fascination for historians and visitors alike. As we reflect on the story of Mataram, we are reminded of the kingdom's ability to merge spiritual devotion with artistic and technological innovation. Its temples, irrigation systems, and cultural achievements stand as enduring symbols of a civilization that once thrived in the heart of Java. With the tale of Mataram now unveiled, we prepare to explore another hidden chapter of ancient Asia, the rise and legacy of the Sailendra dynasty, whose contributions to Borobudur and beyond await discovery. Turning our attention to the Sailendra dynasty, we uncover a fascinating chapter in the history of ancient Java. This Buddhist dynasty, which flourished between the 8th and 9th centuries, played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and spiritual landscape of Southeast Asia. Known for their patronage of Buddhism and their architectural brilliance, the Sailendra rulers left behind a legacy that continues to awe and inspire. The Sailendra dynasty is perhaps best remembered for its monumental contribution to the construction of Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple. This architectural masterpiece, built during the height of Sailendra power, stands as a testament to the dynasty's devotion to Buddhism and their unparalleled engineering skills. Borobudur's design, with its 9 stacked platforms and intricate relief panels, reflects a deep understanding of Buddhist cosmology and philosophy. Each level of the temple represents a stage on the path to enlightenment, guiding pilgrims through a spiritual journey as they ascend to the summit. But the Sailendra dynasty's influence extended far beyond Borobudur. They were instrumental in spreading Buddhism across Java and beyond, fostering a vibrant intellectual and artistic culture. Under their rule, Java became a center for Buddhist scholarship, attracting monks and scholars from across Asia. The dynasty's patronage also supported the creation of numerous other temples and religious sites, further solidifying their legacy as champions of Buddhist art and architecture. Interestingly, the Sailendra dynasty's reign was marked by a unique blend of political and spiritual power. While they were devout Buddhists, they also maintained strong ties with neighboring Hindu kingdoms, creating a harmonious coexistence of religious traditions. This cultural synthesis is evident in the art and architecture of the period, which often features elements of both Hinduism and Buddhism. The Sailendra rulers' ability to navigate these dual influences speaks to their diplomatic skill and their commitment to fostering a diverse and inclusive society. Despite their achievements, the Sailendra dynasty's decline remains shrouded in mystery. Some historians suggest that internal conflicts and shifting alliances contributed to their downfall, while others point to natural disasters or economic challenges. Whatever the cause, their legacy endures through the monumental structures they left behind, particularly Borobudur, which remains a symbol of their spiritual and artistic vision. As we reflect on the Sailendra dynasty, we are reminded of their profound impact on the region's history. Their contributions to architecture, religion, and culture not only shaped the identity of ancient Java, but also left an indelible mark on the broader tapestry of Southeast Asian history. With the story of the Sailendra dynasty now unveiled, we prepare to explore another hidden chapter, the rise and legacy of the Medang kingdom, whose cultural and political achievements await discovery. Now, let's journey further into the heart of ancient Java as we uncover the hidden history of the Medang kingdom. Emerging in the early 9th century, the Medang kingdom rose to prominence as a powerful and influential force in Southeast Asia. Known for its rich cultural heritage and strategic political achievements, this kingdom played a crucial role in shaping the region's history. The Medang kingdom, also referred to as Mataram, was centered in the fertile plains of central Java. Its rulers were deeply influenced by both Hindu and Buddhist traditions, creating a unique cultural synthesis that defined their reign. This blend of religious and artistic influences is evident in the many temples and monuments they constructed, which stand as enduring symbols of their legacy. One of the most notable examples is the Prambanan temple complex, a stunning collection of Hindu temples dedicated to the Trimurti Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. The intricate carvings and towering spires of Prambanan reflect the kingdom's devotion to Hinduism and its mastery of architectural design. But the Medang kingdom's contributions extended far beyond architecture. Under their rule, Java became a hub of intellectual and artistic activity. The kingdom's courts were centers of learning where scholars and artists gathered to create works of literature, poetry, and music. One of the most famous literary works from this period is the Kakawin Ramayana, an epic poem that retells the story of the Ramayana in Old Javanese verse. This masterpiece not only showcases the kingdom's literary prowess, but also highlights the deep cultural connections between Java and India. The Medang rulers were also skilled diplomats and military strategists. They forged alliances with neighboring kingdoms and expanded their influence across the region. Their ability to maintain stability and foster cultural exchange contributed to a period of prosperity and growth. However, like many ancient kingdoms, the Medang dynasty faced challenges that eventually led to its decline. Shifting political alliances, internal conflicts, and natural disasters all played a role in weakening the kingdom's power. By the early 11th century, the center of Javanese power had shifted to East Java, marking the end of the Medang era. Despite its decline, the Medang kingdom's legacy lives on through its cultural and architectural achievements. The temples, literature, and art they left behind continue to inspire and captivate, offering a glimpse into a vibrant and dynamic period of Javanese history. As we reflect on the Medang kingdom, we are reminded of the enduring impact of their contributions to the cultural and spiritual landscape of Southeast Asia. With the story of the Medang kingdom now revealed, we turn our attention to another fascinating chapter, the mystery of the ancient kingdom of Kahuripan, whose history and significance await exploration. Now, as we step into the shadows of East Java, we uncover the enigmatic story of the ancient kingdom of Kahuripan. Emerging in the early 11th century, Kahuripan rose from the ashes of the declining Medang kingdom, marking a new chapter in Javanese history. This kingdom, though lesser known, played a pivotal role in shaping the political and cultural landscape of the region. Khmer was founded by Erlangga, a remarkable ruler who is often celebrated as one of Java's greatest monarchs. Erlangga's reign was marked by his ability to unite fragmented territories and restore stability after a period of turmoil. His leadership not only revived the kingdom's fortunes but also laid the foundation for a flourishing era of trade, art, and governance. Erlangga's legacy is deeply intertwined with the kingdom's identity, and his story is a testament to resilience and vision. One of Khmer most significant contributions was its role as a center of trade and cultural exchange. Strategically located along key maritime routes, the kingdom became a hub for merchants and travelers from across Southeast Asia and beyond. This influx of goods and ideas enriched Khmer culture, leading to a vibrant blend of local and foreign influences. The kingdom's artisans and craftsmen produced exquisite works of art, from intricate jewelry to finely woven textiles, which were highly sought after in regional markets. Religion also played a central role in Khmer identity. While the kingdom was predominantly Hindu, it embraced a spirit of religious tolerance, allowing Buddhism and indigenous Javanese beliefs to coexist. This pluralistic approach fostered a rich spiritual environment, reflected in the kingdom's temples and religious art. One of the most notable examples is the Penataran Temple complex, a stunning site that showcases the architectural and artistic achievements of the era. The temple's reliefs and carvings depict scenes from Hindu epics, offering a glimpse into the kingdom's spiritual life. Despite its achievements, Khmer history is shrouded in mystery. The kingdom's decline remains a subject of debate among historians. Some attribute its fall to internal strife and succession disputes, while others point to external pressures from rival powers. By the late 12th century, Khmer had fragmented into smaller states, marking the end of its dominance. Yet its legacy endured, influencing the rise of subsequent Javanese kingdoms. The story of Khmer reminds us of the ebb and flow of history, where great civilizations rise, flourish, and eventually fade. Its contributions to trade, culture, and governance left an indelible mark on the region, offering valuable insights into the complexities of ancient Southeast Asia. As we leave Khmer behind, we prepare to explore another intriguing chapter, the hidden history of the ancient kingdom of Jangola, where new mysteries await. As we journey further into the heart of ancient Java, we now turn our attention to the kingdom of Jangola, a realm that emerged from the division of Khmer and carved its own unique place in history. Following the fragmentation of Khmer in the late 12th century, Jangola rose as one of the two successor states alongside its counterpart, Kediri. This division, orchestrated by Erlangga to ensure a peaceful succession, set the stage for a new era of Javanese history, marked by both rivalry and cultural flourishing. Jangola's story begins with its strategic location in the eastern part of Java, a region rich in resources and fertile lands. This advantageous position allowed the kingdom to thrive as an agricultural powerhouse, producing rice and other crops that sustained its population and fueled its economy. But Jangola was more than just a land of abundance. It was also a center of artistic and intellectual achievement. The kingdom's artisans were renowned for their skill in crafting intricate jewelry, pottery, and textiles, which became prized commodities in regional trade networks. One of the most fascinating aspects of Jangola's history is its role as a cultural bridge between the old and the new. While it inherited much of its traditions from Khmer, Jangola also embraced innovation, blending Hindu and indigenous Javanese influences into a unique cultural identity. This synthesis is evident in the kingdom's architecture, particularly in its temples, which feature elaborate carvings and reliefs that tell stories of gods, heroes, and everyday life. These artistic expressions not only served religious purposes but also reflected the kingdom's values and worldview. Religion played a central role in Jangola's society, with Hinduism serving as the dominant faith. However, much like its predecessor, Jangola maintained a spirit of tolerance, allowing Buddhism and local spiritual practices to coexist. This pluralistic approach fostered a vibrant spiritual environment where diverse beliefs and traditions intermingled. The kingdom's religious sites, such as the Kandi Jawi Temple, stand as testaments to this rich spiritual heritage, offering glimpses into the rituals and beliefs that shaped Javanese life. Despite its cultural achievements, Jangola's political history was marked by tension and conflict. The kingdom's rivalry with Kediri, its western neighbor, often escalated into open warfare as both states vied for dominance over Java. These conflicts, while challenging, also spurred advancements in military strategy and governance, as each kingdom sought to outmaneuver the other. Over time, however, the balance of power shifted and Jangola's influence began to wane. By the 13th century, the kingdom had been absorbed into the growing empire of Singhasari, marking the end of its independent existence. Yet, Jangola's legacy endured. Its contributions to art, culture, and governance left a lasting imprint on Javanese history, influencing the development of later kingdoms and empires. The kingdom's story is a reminder of the dynamic and interconnected nature of ancient Southeast Asia, where states rose and fell, but their cultural achievements continued to shape the region for centuries to come. As we leave Jangola behind, we prepare to uncover another hidden gem of history, the ancient kingdom of Kediri, where new tales of power, art, and intrigue await. As we step into the next chapter of our journey through ancient Asia, we find ourselves in the heart of the East Javanese kingdom of Kediri. Emerging from the shadows of its predecessor, Jangola, Kediri rose to prominence as a beacon of literary and cultural brilliance. This kingdom, which flourished between the 11th and 13th centuries, is often celebrated as a golden age of Javanese literature, where poetry and prose reached new heights of sophistication and artistry. Kediri's literary legacy is perhaps best embodied in the epic poem Kakawin Bharatayuddha, a masterpiece that retells the story of the Mahabharata in a uniquely Javanese style. Written by the court poets Mpu Seda and Mpu Panula, this work is not merely a translation but a creative adaptation that reflects the values, beliefs, and aesthetics of Kediri society. The poem's intricate verses and vivid imagery offer a window into the kingdom's worldview, blending Hindu mythology with local traditions to create a narrative that resonated deeply with its audience. But Kediri's literary achievements extended beyond the Bharatayuddha. The kingdom was also home to other significant works, such as the Kakawin Smaradahana, a poetic exploration of love and devotion that showcases the refined artistry of Kediri's poets. These texts were not just entertainment, they were tools of education and moral instruction, shaping the cultural and spiritual identity of the kingdom. Through their works, Kediri's poets preserved ancient wisdom while also innovating, creating a literary tradition that would influence generations to come. The flourishing of literature in Kediri was closely tied to the kingdom's political stability and economic prosperity. Under the rule of its kings, Kediri became a center of trade and commerce, with its ports bustling with merchants from across Southeast Asia and beyond. This wealth allowed the kingdom to patronize the arts, supporting poets, scholars, and artisans who contributed to its cultural vibrancy. The court of Kediri became a hub of intellectual activity where ideas were exchanged and creativity thrived. Religion also played a pivotal role in shaping Kediri's literary culture. While Hinduism remained the dominant faith, the kingdom's poets often drew inspiration from both Hindu and indigenous Javanese spiritual traditions. This synthesis is evident in the themes and motifs of their works, which explore universal human experiences, love, duty, conflict, and transcendence through the lens of local beliefs. The result was a body of literature that was both deeply rooted in its cultural context and universally resonant. Despite its cultural achievements, Kediri's political fortunes were not without challenges. The kingdom's rivalry with Jangola, its eastern neighbor, often led to conflict as both states sought to assert their dominance over Java. Yet, even in times of strife, Kediri's literary tradition endured, serving as a source of unity and pride for its people. By the 13th century, Kediri's power began to wane, and it was eventually absorbed into the rising empire of Singhasari. However, its literary legacy lived on, influencing the development of Javanese culture for centuries. As we reflect on Kediri's story, we are reminded of the enduring power of literature to capture the spirit of a time and place. The kingdom's poets not only preserved the past but also shaped the future, leaving behind a treasure trove of works that continue to inspire and enlighten. With Kediri's literary legacy fresh in our minds, we now turn to another hidden gem of ancient Asia, the ancient kingdom of Singapore, where new tales of trade, diplomacy, and ambition await. Shifting our focus to the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, we now uncover the fascinating story of the ancient kingdom of Singapore. Long before modern Singapore became a global hub of commerce and culture, this island was home to a thriving kingdom that played a pivotal role in the maritime trade networks of Southeast Asia. Emerging in the 14th century, Singapore was more than just a trading post. It was a strategic center of power and diplomacy, connecting the region's diverse cultures and economies. The origins of Singapore are steeped in legend, with its name meaning Lion City in Sanskrit. According to the Sejarah Melayu, or Malay Annals, the kingdom was founded by Sang Nila Utama, a prince from Palembang who, upon seeing a lion on the island, took it as an auspicious sign and established his rule there. While the lion sighting is likely symbolic, the story reflects Singapore's significance as a place of opportunity and ambition. Under Sang Nila Utama and his successors, the kingdom grew into a bustling port, attracting merchants from China, India, Arabia, and beyond. Singapore's strategic location at the crossroads of major sea routes made it a vital link in the regional trade network. Ships carrying spices, textiles, ceramics, and other goods passed through its harbors, turning the kingdom into a melting pot of cultures and ideas. The wealth generated from trade allowed Singapore to build a strong navy and fortify its defenses, ensuring its dominance in the region. The kingdom's rulers also skillfully navigated the complex political landscape, forming alliances with neighboring states while maintaining their independence. However, Singapore's prosperity also made it a target. In the late 14th century, the kingdom faced increasing pressure from the rising power of Majapahit in Java and the Ayutthaya kingdom in Siam. Despite its strong defenses, Singapore eventually fell to Majapahit forces, marking the end of its golden age. Yet, the legacy of Singapore endured. Its role as a trading hub laid the foundation for the island's future importance, and its cultural influences can still be seen in the traditions and architecture of modern Singapore. The story of Singapore reminds us of the interconnectedness of ancient Asia, where kingdoms rose and fell, but their contributions to trade, culture, and diplomacy left a lasting impact. As we move forward in our exploration, we'll delve into the mystery of the ancient kingdom of Majapahit's decline, uncovering the factors that led to the fall of one of Southeast Asia's most powerful empires. Turning our attention to the island of Java, we now explore the enigmatic decline of the Majapahit Empire, once a dominant force in Southeast Asia. At its peak, Majapahit was a sprawling maritime empire, controlling vast territories and influencing trade, culture, and politics across the region. Yet, by the early 16th century, this mighty empire had crumbled, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and intrigue. One of the key factors behind Majapahit's decline was internal strife. As the empire expanded, maintaining control over its diverse and far-flung territories became increasingly challenging. Rivalries among the ruling elite weakened the central authority, leading to fragmentation and infighting. The once unified empire began to fracture, with regional leaders asserting their independence and challenging Majapahit's dominance. This internal instability made it difficult for the empire to respond effectively to external threats. Another significant factor was the rise of competing powers. The spread of Islam across the archipelago brought new political and cultural dynamics to the region. Emerging Islamic sultanates such as Demak in Java and Malacca in the Malay Peninsula began to challenge Majapahit's influence. These sultanates not only attracted followers with their religious appeal, but also established strong trade networks that rivaled those of Majapahit. The empire, rooted in Hindu-Buddhist traditions, struggled to adapt to these shifting tides. Economic pressures also played a role in Majapahit's decline. The empire's wealth was heavily reliant on maritime trade, but changes in global trade routes began to diminish its importance. The arrival of European traders, particularly the Portuguese, disrupted traditional trade networks and introduced new competitors. Majapahit's inability to adapt to these changes further weakened its economic foundation, leaving it vulnerable to collapse. Environmental factors may have contributed as well. Some historians suggest that natural disasters such as volcanic eruptions or prolonged droughts could have destabilized the empire's agricultural base and disrupted its economy. While evidence for this theory is limited, it highlights the complex interplay of factors that may have hastened Majapahit's decline. Despite its fall, the legacy of Majapahit endures. Its contributions to art, architecture, and culture continue to influence the region, and its story serves as a reminder of the rise and fall of even the most powerful empires. As we move forward, we'll uncover the hidden history of the ancient kingdom of Sunda, exploring its cultural legacy and its role in shaping the history of West Java. Now, let's journey to the western reaches of Java, where the ancient kingdom of Sunda once flourished. This lesser-known kingdom played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and historical landscape of West Java, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate today. The Kingdom of Sunda emerged around the 4th century, thriving as a center of trade, agriculture, and culture. Its strategic location along the northern coast of Java allowed it to become a key player in regional commerce, connecting the island with other parts of Southeast Asia. Sunda's rulers, known for their diplomatic acumen, fostered alliances with neighboring kingdoms, ensuring stability and prosperity for centuries. One of the most fascinating aspects of Sunda's history is its unique blend of indigenous traditions and external influences. The kingdom's culture was deeply rooted in local customs, yet it also absorbed elements from Hindu-Buddhist traditions brought by traders and travelers. This cultural fusion is evident in the kingdom's art, architecture, and religious practices, which reflected a harmonious coexistence of diverse influences. Sunda's capital, Pakuan Pajajaran, was a bustling hub of activity, renowned for its advanced urban planning and vibrant markets. The city was not only a political and economic center, but also a cultural beacon, attracting scholars, artisans, and traders from across the region. Its grand temples and palaces stood as testaments to the kingdom's wealth and sophistication, showcasing intricate carvings and architectural marvels that have captivated historians and archaeologists alike. However, like many ancient kingdoms, Sunda faced challenges that eventually led to its decline. The rise of Islamic sultanates in the region, particularly the Sultanate of Banten, marked a turning point in Sunda's history. As Islam spread across Java, the kingdom's Hindu-Buddhist traditions began to wane, and its political influence diminished. By the late 16th century, Sunda had been absorbed into the growing Islamic states, marking the end of its independence. Despite its fall, the legacy of Sunda endures. Its contributions to Javanese culture, from traditional music and dance to agricultural practices, remain deeply ingrained in the region's identity. The kingdom's history also serves as a reminder of the dynamic interplay between tradition and change, highlighting how cultures evolve and adapt over time. As we move forward, we'll uncover the hidden history of the ancient kingdom of Pajajaran, exploring its architectural achievements and its enduring influence on the Sundanese people. Now let's step into the heart of the Sundanese highlands, where the ancient kingdom of Pajajaran once stood as a beacon of cultural and architectural brilliance. Emerging as the successor to the kingdom of Sunda, Pajajaran carried forward its predecessor's legacy while carving out its own unique identity. This kingdom, which flourished between the 14th and 16th centuries, is celebrated not only for its political prowess but also for its remarkable architectural innovations that continue to inspire awe. Pajajaran's capital, also named Pakuan Pajajaran, was a marvel of urban design and engineering. The city was meticulously planned with wide streets, intricate water systems, and grand structures that reflected the kingdom's wealth and sophistication. At its center stood the royal palace, a sprawling complex adorned with ornate carvings and surrounded by lush gardens. The palace was not just a residence for the king, but also a symbol of Pajajaran's power and cultural refinement. One of the most striking features of Pajajaran's architecture was its use of natural materials, particularly stone and wood, which were crafted with exceptional skill. The kingdom's temples and public buildings showcased intricate carvings depicting scenes from Hindu epics, local folklore, and daily life. These carvings were more than mere decorations. They served as a visual narrative, preserving the kingdom's history and beliefs for future generations. Pajajaran's religious architecture also stood out for its harmonious blend of Hindu-Buddhist influences and indigenous Sundanese traditions. The kingdom's temples, known as Kandi, were designed with towering spires and elaborate gateways, symbolizing the connection between the earthly and the divine. These structures were not only places of worship but also centers of learning and community gatherings, reflecting the kingdom's commitment to both spiritual and intellectual growth. Despite its architectural grandeur, Pajajaran faced challenges that would ultimately lead to its decline. The spread of Islam in the region, coupled with the rise of powerful Islamic sultanates, gradually eroded Pajajaran's influence. By the late 16th century, the kingdom had been absorbed into the Sultanate of Banten, marking the end of its independence. Yet, the legacy of Pajajaran lives on. Its architectural achievements continue to be a source of pride for the Sundanese people, inspiring modern designs and cultural preservation efforts. The kingdom's history reminds us of the enduring power of art and architecture to tell stories, preserve traditions, and connect us to our past. As we move forward, we'll explore the hidden history of the ancient kingdom of Gala, uncovering its role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of West Java. Turning our attention to the ancient kingdom of Gala, we uncover a realm that played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of West Java. Nestled in the fertile highlands, Gala emerged as a significant power in the early centuries of the first millennium, long before the rise of its more famous successors. This kingdom, deeply rooted in Hindu-Buddhist traditions, was a center of learning, art, and governance, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate in the region's history. Gala's origins trace back to the Tarumanagara kingdom, one of the earliest recorded kingdoms in Java. As Tarumanagara's influence waned, Gala rose to prominence, establishing itself as an independent entity. The kingdom's strategic location along trade routes allowed it to flourish economically, while its rulers fostered a vibrant cultural environment. Gala became known for its scholars who studied and preserved ancient texts and its artisans who created intricate sculptures and temples that reflected the kingdom's spiritual and artistic depth. One of Gala's most notable contributions was its role in the spread of Hinduism and Buddhism across Java. The kingdom's rulers were devout patrons of these religions, commissioning the construction of temples and monasteries that served as both places of worship and centers of education. These structures, adorned with detailed carvings and inscriptions, not only showcased the kingdom's architectural prowess, but also preserved its religious and philosophical teachings for future generations. Gala's political influence extended beyond its borders as it formed alliances and rivalries with neighboring kingdoms. Its rulers were skilled diplomats navigating the complex web of regional politics to maintain Gala's autonomy and expand its influence. However, the kingdom's power was not without challenges. Internal conflicts and external pressures eventually led to its decline, paving the way for the rise of new powers in the region. Despite its eventual fall, Gala's legacy endures. The kingdom's contributions to art, religion, and governance laid the foundation for the cultural identity of West Java. Its temples and inscriptions remain as testaments to a time when Gala stood as a beacon of knowledge and spirituality. As we continue our journey, we'll delve into the final chapter of our exploration, uncovering the mysteries of the ancient kingdom of Blambangan and its enduring significance in the tapestry of ancient Asia. Now, as we step into the final chapter of our journey, let's uncover the mysteries of the ancient kingdom of Blambangan, a realm that holds a unique place in the history of East Java. Nestled in the easternmost part of the island, Blambangan was a kingdom that thrived during a time of great cultural and political transformation. Its story is one of resilience, adaptation, and a deep connection to the spiritual and artistic traditions of the region. Blambangan's origins are shrouded in legend, with some accounts tracing its foundation to the early centuries of the first millennium. It emerged as a significant power during the Majapahit Empire's decline, carving out its identity as a bastion of Hindu-Buddhist traditions in a rapidly changing world. The kingdom's strategic location near the Bali Strait made it a vital hub for trade and cultural exchange, connecting Java with the neighboring island of Bali and beyond. One of Blambangan's most fascinating aspects was its ability to preserve its cultural heritage despite the shifting tides of history. As Islam spread across Java, Blambangan remained a stronghold of Hindu-Buddhist practices, maintaining its temples, rituals, and artistic traditions. The kingdom's rulers were known for their patronage of the arts, commissioning intricate carvings, sculptures, and literary works that reflected their devotion to spirituality and their commitment to preserving their ancestral legacy. Blambangan's temples, such as the iconic Penataran Temple, stand as enduring symbols of its cultural richness. These structures, adorned with detailed reliefs and inscriptions, not only served as places of worship but also as repositories of knowledge, documenting the kingdom's history, beliefs, and achievements. The artistry of Blambangan's craftsmen is evident in the delicate carvings that depict scenes from Hindu epics, blending mythology with the kingdom's own historical narrative. However, Blambangan's story is also one of struggle and resilience. The kingdom faced numerous challenges, from internal conflicts to external invasions, as it sought to maintain its independence in the face of growing pressures. Its resistance to outside forces, particularly during the Dutch colonial period, became a defining feature of its history. The people of Blambangan fought fiercely to protect their land and culture, leaving behind a legacy of courage and determination. Today, Blambangan's cultural significance continues to resonate, particularly in the traditions and identity of the people of East Java. The kingdom's temples, artifacts, and stories serve as a bridge between the past and the present, offering a glimpse into a time when Blambangan stood as a beacon of cultural preservation and spiritual devotion. As we conclude our exploration of the 50 hidden histories of ancient Asia, we reflect on the rich tapestry of civilizations that have shaped this vast and diverse region. From the lost cities of the Indus Valley to the resilient kingdoms of Java, each story offers a unique window into the past, reminding us of the enduring power of history to inspire, educate, and connect us across time and space. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the hidden histories of ancient Asia. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the mysteries of our world. Until next time, keep exploring and keep uncovering the stories that shape our shared history. As we bring this journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible tapestry of stories we've uncovered. From the enigmatic ruins of Mohenjo-Daro to the resilient spirit of Blambangan, each of these 50 hidden histories offers a unique glimpse into the rich and diverse heritage of ancient Asia. Together, they paint a vivid picture of civilizations that thrived, adapted, and left behind legacies that continue to inspire us today. These stories remind us that history is not just a collection of dates and events, but a living, breathing narrative of human ingenuity, resilience, and creativity. They show us how ancient societies navigated challenges, celebrated their cultures, and connected with one another across vast distances. By exploring these hidden histories, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the past and the ways it shapes our present. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to see history in a new light. If you've enjoyed uncovering these mysteries with us, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these hidden histories fascinated you the most? Let us know, and if you're eager for more explorations into the past, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage through the hidden histories of ancient Asia. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep uncovering the stories that connect us all.